I'm getting it. Like this, I'm not even waiting.
Yeah, I mean, spoilers for me is like like story stuff. I mean, I don't like. I feel like they've done a good job of keeping the story, you know, I don't know, under wraps.
Yeah, I
Um,
know enough about it already to be like, yo,
so let's see if this looks like on the thing that we're using this video chat program. It's a way for me to set it to where it can show the active speaker, so whoever's talking at the time,
okay.
it'll see them specifically. But I think that if it shows the active, it doesn't show the group speaking. So basically, like it's like they can only see one of our faces at a time.
What about if multiple people are speaking? How does that work?
I think it switches between us as we talk. Like
Oh shit.
just
Hey,
start
I see
talking.
you talking right. I'm talking
Yeah,
right now, but it still only shows your face though.
yeah. It should switch. Yeah,
It didn't. Oh, there it go. Oh shit.
yeah. It's a little delay to it, but I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't know if I like that. Y'all like that better than just having all of us on the screen at once.
Man, I don't even know, dog.
I think if we going back and forth, it might get a little disorienting, maybe.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna change it back then. If the switch was faster, I think that it would be better. But the switch is so slow. Like it is a 1 second delay. Um.
Yeah.
So let's just switch it to that. And once Brock can hear them, you switch it. What's going on, Anthony?
How you doing, buddy? Nice to meet you guys.
Anthony,
Nice to
you
meet
and
you,
Dave got
man.
the same microphone.
Do you
It looks. Yeah, we do actually.
Anthony, do you
Oh,
want to
no,
call?
no, no.
Do you want to go by Anthony, or do you want to
Yeah,
go by
yeah,
something else?
Anthony.
All right.
All my friends just call me Bo.
All right. You
Well,
want to go? You want to go by Bo?
That's yeah. I mean, that's what I'm used to. Rod
Okay.
will
Yeah.
start calling me that. So
Yeah. That's fine.
it'll
We'll call
be
you Bo then, bro. Um. Yeah. We're just waiting on Brock. But yeah, Damien. So tell me, bro. Like for be real. Like, did any part of Expedition 33 make you cry? Like, anything make you like that emotional to make you like feel a type of way?
I'm extremely desensitized, so I'm gonna say no. But
Yeah.
the very beginning definitely fucked me up. When Sophie kind of gamaged,
Yeah.
that fucked me up because it
Yeah.
happened too fast. It happened way too fast because I
Yeah.
didn't
you
realize
just
what was happening.
you
That
just got to know her, and then it was over. Like,
right, they were talking like as if like it was just some special event, the flowers, and then like everybody around her started disappearing,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
oh no,
Yeah.
that, and when our main protagonist dies,
How you
that right
oh,
there
like
fucked me up.
how you felt when you was fighting the paintress? Like when that whole time, like when you scaling the like the mountain that she's on, and you seeing
Hmm.
like the little scenes, and they kind of telling you, like
So yeah,
it's telling you. So it's
so
so you fight.
I'm gonna tell you when I realized what I was doing. When you go to the desert, right? When you go to the desert,
Yeah.
and or not the desert, but you know that little area, the little kid with the face, he's missing a face, and it's
Mm-hmm.
an older guy at this point,
Yep.
and I'm like,
That's Verso.
something about them two, the Verso guy, is alike
Yeah.
because they keep saying stuff,
Yeah.
and
the little
then
shadow with no
in
face. That's Verso.
in there, hold on, and in
Yeah.
there, when you're in there,
Yeah.
if you branch off somewhere in there, you can go through the house.
Mm-hmm.
When you go through the house, you're presented with a room that has a piano in it.
Yeah.
mhm.
Verso, if you talk to a character enough, Verso starts talking about how he loves playing piano.
Yeah.
And so
Yes,
I was like, damn, we in Verso's room right now.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yep.
like, bro, is this
The,
Verso's family house?
yes, the mansion where you can go in there, you unlock all the doors and shit. Yeah, that's a reproduction of that mansion.
That's what I was thinking. But it
The
didn't
one,
hit me
the one that,
until
yep. but
it didn't hit me until we got to the last part and we was in the mountain and was watching stuff play out, and I was like, damn, the whole time that little boy.
The little shadow with no face. That's the real Verso. Like in the painting. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Because he tell you the whole time. That's why a lot of people say the Verso ending is the canon ending because they say that the whole time they're pushing you towards that decision of getting rid of the painting.
Letting Verso go.
Yep,
Yeah, man,
yep,
set
exactly.
Verso free,
Verso
man.
go. Yeah, the little shadow is telling you to do that. It's pretty much like so. That's what people saying is like that they're pushing you towards. And they say like Mayel, her ending is the bad ending because you can't like you can. I know you didn't sound if you Googled it and looked it up, but in her ending basically, Damo, are you gonna redo it to get both endings?
I Googled it.
Okay.
I watched it. So I watched it.
Her ending is the bad ending because essentially, in order to cope with her grief, she is going to keep everybody in the painting.
Yeah, she essentially did the same thing the painters did.
Yeah.
Yes. She basically becomes that. Like,
yeah.
You know what you can do? You can load up your last save and then just choose her and watch it. That's what I did.
Oh yeah, no, I went to New Game Plus already.
But they are all paintresses though. Like that's what they're called, painters.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, man, like some moments like that, the moments that hit me, man. One would have been whatchamacallit, when you're on that island and all those people are singing and dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
And you fight the dancer and you find the dancer's story. That part got me a little emotional because and then like learning like the whole thing, like like did you collect all the stuff with the prior expeditions?
Just about, and I kind of watching it all play out, like seeing how they kind of died, like even the expedition that did the footholds, and they were kind of helping them climb and stuff like that, and it was just like, man, like
it was
as far as we get.
It was a funny one. You read about the expedition of like it was all like bodybuilders.
No, I ain't see that one.
It was an expedition. It was all bodybuilders. It was like just all of them bodybuilders. It's just like funny. It's like funny lore, but but I guess you might not go back and finish like all the side content, man. But the final,
I'm going back.
Okay, so you
I'm New Game Plus.
I was gonna say no. Why you do New Game Plus, bro?
Because I'm not playing, bro. Listen, when you said something about Simon, you said something about Simon. I googled it. I'm not playing that. I'm not playing that fool. I'm not doing it.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, so you saw Simon? I beat Simon the first time.
You gotta fight. Why you ain't fight him, bro?
You gotta fight Simon.
I googled it. Fuck that guy. I'm not doing it.
Why you ain't fight him,
so,
man?
Did you try it though?
No, I did not. I googled it. It was seeing him. I could fight him, right? But it was learning that he fights and he uses after images, and that shit just fucked me up. It fucked me up because I'm not gonna play on easy. I'm gonna play on like Expedition or hard, so it threw me off. Nah.
Yeah, I mean, bro,
man, you don't even have to put that game on hard. You really don't.
Plus, I still need to level up.
Well, do you know the lore about Simon?
Yes, I know the lore about Simon because
I
looked up.
He was on first.
Simon was on the first. Yeah, and then
he was in love. He was in love with
the older sister.
Yeah, okay.
And the older sister came into the painting, and she pretty much made a different version of herself.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of locked him in a room, and he pretty much lost his mind. And so when they end up showing up, and they're like there to like talk to him, he's pretty much just gone into it.
Well, bro, I mean, like I'm not gonna lie to you. See, like
Lyric, if you have to ask me something.
I'm thoroughly impressed, man. With your like picking the game up, playing it, getting through the adversity. You said at the beginning you were struggling a little bit, but get through the adversity. And then like also like ascertaining like the story and just learning the story and like picking up on the lore. I'm impressed with that. I'm impressed with that.
It's fine.
So are y'all talking about first off, what's up? I don't know if you guys got introduced to Anthony. We also call him Bodog.
Bo.
He's a really cool dude. I don't know how y'all want to approach him. I call him Bo Dog.
He said call him Bo.
He said call
him Bo, whatever y'all will do. But he's a real cool dude. But I wanted to ask, yo, D, you know how I am. I'm kind of related to you. Me and you kind of got the same mindset when it comes to games. But I don't really fuck with the whole Final Fantasy take turns battle thing. Mm-hmm. Is it kind of like that, or is it?
It's to me, it's better.
You ain't gonna like this game because it's very 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 Final Fantasy-esque in terms of story.
It's kind of so.
High
for
fantasy.
Me, it blends the two really well.
Yeah.
It's like like it takes Dark Souls and it takes Final Fantasy and it blends them together so well that it's kind of almost once you start playing it, it's kind of hard to distinguish that you're actually playing a turn-based game. And then like it's not like you do a turn and then I do a turn, because then you got to do your stats right and all that stuff. Because sometimes if you're playing a hard enough enemy, they'll go 5 times on your ass.
But you might. Nemo, he don't understand that when what you just said, it's not necessarily turn based. You do your move, I do my move, because you have to actually dodge and block attacks that the enemy is launching at you
in the right sequence too.
Yeah. So you can't, and then also when you're doing your attack, you gotta time it because it does like you're playing. Remember Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm? And you have to time your shit, and your button mashes. It's like somebody needs to lower their volume on their whatchamacallit. It's like I don't know who it is.
I don't even have my volume on.
Second.
I don't even.
That was my sorry, my bad.
Yeah, nice.
That was my phone that had hold on, my camera. My phone had messed up and logged into the live too. Hold on.
It's all good. But yeah, it's a very, very, very active time. I'm sorry, not active. It's an active battling system. It's not my turn, your turn, my turn, your turn. It's
if
very.
You're on PS5, I game share with you, so you ain't got to invest in it. You can just game share off mine and just play mine.
Bet.
And if you like it, you can go get it. But
I can't hear you. What?
I jumped in head first.
Can we find them?
Fire, bro. This shit fire.
See,
I'm glad you like it, bro.
Sorry.
I'm glad
you
like it.
It kind of. See, I know. See, when you brought up a game that I know Bo is probably going to end up breaking his heart too. See, I watched him play it, and you said Dark Souls. I watched him play it, and it's such it's one of them tedious games.
It ain't that tedious. It ain't that tedious.
But it kind of gave Skyrim to me for a little. I'm not shitting on the game, but when I played it, it was just like, damn.
Hey, Bo, I'm a Souls guy too, bro.
Do you not like Skyrim? You don't like Skyrim?
I didn't really care for Skyrim. Like I said, it was the tedious thing because then on top of that,
that's crazy.
The same games kind of falling. But I wasn't a fan of the Fallouts. My girl had me play the West Virginia one. What was it, 76 or?
76. Yeah, that's the worst one.
Yeah, I couldn't really get into it because it's like,
apparently that was a bad introduction.
Yeah, you should have played 4, bro. You should have played.
Wait, why the fuck do I gotta collect 4 rubber bands and a pencil to create a gun?
They messed you up. But bro, Skyrim is my Yu Yu Hakusho, bro. I'll play that to the end of my life, bro. I just keep playing it over and over.
It's so good. Todd Howard keeps releasing it.
Yeah,
bro. I don't know if y'all are into. See, this is gonna go way crazy because I don't know if y'all are into like strategy RPG games, like like point and click strategy. But Baldur's Gate 3, they say Baldur's Gate 3. They say it's one of them type of games, like a Skyrim type of game. Like you can play it an infinite number of times and experience it different ways every single time.
FM, you haven't played Baldur's Gate yet?
I own it. I just have not played it all the way through.
Shit.
Oh, buddy,
I
can talk to you for hours about Baldur's Gate. It's so good.
Baldur's Gate, man. I like to play by myself. People, you can play with multiple people, but I don't like it like that.
Larian Studios really did their work. Really did their work. Really took their time with it and gave us a solid product with that.
And keep releasing content. They release content for like a whole year or so after the initial release. They allowed mods. They did all that, bro. I agree, man.
Let's talk about the best mod of all. Yeah. Withers is Big Naturals.
Yeah.
Y'all ever see that one?
No, I never seen it.
What is it called?
just Google it. Withers Big Naturals.
Weathers Big Naturals?
Withers, the skeleton guy that lets you do your respec. He's got a mod.
Oh yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I ain't like just the word "big natural" sound crazy.
That shit threw me. That shit threw me. Oh hell no, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's so wild, bro. That's so wild.
They were talking.
You could have warned us.
They were talking about like the developers or something like that was showing off something on his game, like one of the developers at Larian.
Yeah.
And they were showing off something on his game, and he has that mod installed. It's so silly.
That's crazy.
Somebody in the comments don't like you, Anthony. Or both.
Who that? Oh, jeez.
Megan said you, Anthony.
She does.
Hey. Side note, I'm not trying to create best friends and stuff, but another thing in comment. See, I love when I can have friends all together. Hey D, Bo, I want y'all to say y'all's favorite Pokemon at the same time.
No way! Hold on! Wait!
Hey, he's going too.
You made a whole little connection here.
Hey, Tyrannosaur is one of the better ones, dog. He was in all my parties.
Yeah, he's not that strong though, bro.
Well, the exact same one.
He was early.
Yeah. When back in the day, he was strong. They really did him dirty when it comes to like his Mega Evolution.
His Mega Evolution,
a lot of the Mega Evolutions like add on extra typings and shit, and his Mega Evolution is just like
he ain't need it.
He kind of let you down.
He said HGH and Trend bet.
Yeah, man. All right, so
me and FM got the same Pokemon. We love the same. Me and FM love the same.
Wait. Do we? Wait.
I'm a Blaziken nigga.
Oh, okay. You Blaze. Oh, yeah. You are.
I'm a Blaziken guy all day.
This is I'm
a Blaziken guy all day.
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you though, man. Like I'm a Blaziken guy. If I would have experienced Infernape before Blaziken, I might have been an Infernape fan.
I can see that.
The Monkey King type shit, like that. Like I like that. I like what they did with that. Look, the fire type starters be some of the best starters. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just keeping it a buck with you, man. The fire type starters be the best.
Yeah.
I don't know. They only missed maybe like once. Typhlosion, I don't really fuck with Typhlosion, but outside of that, I ain't never missed with a fire type starter.
See, I don't know. Infernape to me is like the tier 1 fire starter. His stat spread is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not great on defense or special defense, but I'll tell you what, if you can get a hit in before him, you're lucky.
Yeah. I also like the dual type. I like dual type. I like dual type Pokemon. Like I don't really like single solo type. But anyway, bro. I'm into Pokemon now. Look, I got what's the name running. I'm trying to farm Terrakion on Sword and Shield. And so I'm out here, playing this shit right now. I fought him 800 times.
Trying to shiny hunt.
I mean, this is the only one, bro. It's the Terrakion, the one of the Swords of Justice or whatever. I fought him 800 times though.
It ain't locked, is it?
No, he's not shiny locked. But all I do is just keep doing it over and over again. Like I don't got to fast travel or nothing like that. Just sit here and do it over and over again. So it's pretty mindless. But
Fire Red and Leaf Green remakes.
Nah, I ain't fucking with that, bro. Like it's cool, but it's like the nostalgia don't hit that hard for me because I like if they did a remaster with better with updated mechanics, I get it. but I'm not going back and playing a literal exact one-to-one port of the old games. Like knowing what we went through back in the day, bro. Like knowing that there was no auto save, knowing that there was no day and night cycle, like knowing that you could only trade doing link trades. Like, I'm not going back to that.
Yeah.
I
So
ain't going
so
back to
what
that.
what kind of phone you got?
What kind of phone do I have? I have an iPhone.
Yeah. So you
iPhone.
do know that they have a emulator that's
Yeah,
endorsed by the Apple Store, right?
yeah. I played what you call it on my phone. I played black and white.
I was
Played
gonna say
played black. I
first
played
time I
black and
played
white
black
before.
and white. First time I played black
Yeah.
and white two, and then I'm doing Radical Red right now. I'm doing a fully randomized Nuzlocke. Not going great, but I don't know. I like having the emulator. It's pretty cool.
The only thing about the emulator is that you can't. It's very difficult to get your Pokemon off of the emulator to home.
Mm-hmm.
But
That is true.
anyways, all right. Well, Damo, go on. Wait, who doing the introduction? Because
Oh, you want me to do it again?
David did a nice little introduction
David, I
for
like the
us.
way David did it. Let David bring it
Yeah, yeah,
in.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I got one every time. I got new stuff already.
Damn, that's crazy.
Ooh,
I figured as
ooh,
much.
Yeah, yeah.
ooh.
Yeah, you more or less want to keep the same tone, but I'll
Yeah.
add as we go in each time, until it just becomes natural. So y'all ready?
Let's go.
All right, man. Welcome back to the Anime Unk podcast. This is episode 14.
Yeah.
We are back for another week of anime unkness, man. I'm one fourth of this great illustrious cast. Starting off, our social work whisperer. And don't forget, your anime better have more black eyes, chipped teeth, and busted lips. And I don't know if you watched Sisters to be a Hero, but we might have to talk to him about calling CPS about how that end of that episode ended. We got Broad in the building.
Yo, gunshots. Oh, happy social work month, everybody. Thank you, social
Oh,
worker
yo,
this month.
yeah, that's what's up. All right, man. Next up, we have our residential wordsmith, who usually speaks from the heart, but he found out that games of grief is something to be admired. Uh, we got D in the building.
Yo.
Yeah. And next up, man, we got somebody new in the building today. Wait, how you pronounce yours again?
Hmm?
Your name? Yeah. I
Oh,
can't
everybody
remember.
just
I'm
calls
bad
me
with names.
Bo.
Both.
It's Bo. Okay, then we
Yeah.
got Bo in the building. I'm as we talk, I'm gonna be able to get some more about what you got going on. But last and certainly not least, our light skinned brother, and what is it? February is over, so you can talk your shit like normal now. Man, I
I
do
was
hope
talking
you're
my shit
feeling a
like
lot
normal
better.
before. What you talking
No,
about?
no, we asked you to
Mercy.
simmer it down just a little bit, just
Oh,
to get us out of the mud. You know what I'm saying? But you was talking pretty spicy, man. But he always keeps us going, keeps these topics flowing. And Japan still can't create a word that he can't pronounce, man. We got FM in the building.
Yes, sir.
Let's start the show.
all right. Well, we just start off with how everybody week been. We start with that. Now that I got this thing set like this, we can just go counterclockwise. Not sorry, not counterclockwise, clockwise. All right, we start with you, David.
All right, man. For me, it was a beautiful week. I'm gonna be honest with you. The weather was a little warmer. Anime was actually pretty damn fire this week. I don't know what they had going on, but even
Yeah.
Freedom was dope. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? The only thing I had to complain about will probably be JJK. They tried to confuse the shit out of me. I had to watch it
All right,
twice.
we're gonna have to wait till before we get in that. Just how was your week?
I know, but I'm just telling you,
You
I'm
getting ahead of
enjoying
us,
it.
bro.
Yeah, yeah. Everything was pretty smooth, man. I enjoyed all of our shows. Other than that,
All right.
y'all go ahead.
Shit. Well, I'm sick. That's part of my week. Been sick since yesterday.
Dang.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. that You was sick. What? Just not
Messed up.
2 weeks ago.
I was out of it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not as bad, man. I do feel like I got the flu though. Like I got like a little like a mucusy cough
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
a headache and body aches and shit. But other than that, man, what was I gonna say? Damn, I'm literally losing my train of thought. Yeah, I mean, I ain't nothing eventful happened this week for me, man. Same old, normal shit. So I ain't really got too much new to talk about. But Damo, what about you, man?
Uh, I of course I feel way better. I feel more energized than I did last week. I was on my deathbed, feeling like Luffy when he got hit by Magellan. It was real bad. It was real bad. But yeah, this week, good week. Uh, yeah, man, there's nothing too out of the ordinary. My son downstairs, man, he chilling, but yeah, man, good week in anime. Good week on this side. I ain't really worked too much this week.
All right,
Yeah.
Broad,
Man, I'm just
traveling
glad the
probably.
week's out. Yeah, I just got back from traveling, and then like on top of that, oh no, man, my judge was on one this week, man. Me and her got into it. Oh,
Mm.
it was just bad because I was also not feeling it that day either, and
Mm.
it was just crazy. So, but yeah, other than that, man, work is work. I think with the beginning of the month of March, it's going to calm down. But with that being said, I do have my first event coming up. We're doing a workshop for like kids that's either in college or in high school. We were going to do like resume building and like mock interviews. And then we got like 10, 15 vendors coming. So it's going to be pretty dope.
When that's gonna be?
This Saturday, March 7th, is going to be up here in West Virginia in the St. Albans area.
I
I'll
gotta,
post it on my I'll post it on my nonprofit page.
I
You know
gotta
what
come
time?
up
You
that
know
way
what
at
time
some
y'all
point.
starting?
We'll probably start about 1. We'll be there from 1 to 5. We for a little information. For the internet, if people interested, we got the military coming. We got both the Army and the Navy coming. Air Force. We got 3, 4 colleges coming. We got 10 different. We got a HVAC person coming. We got a dude that does portfolios. I didn't even know what the hell people with portfolios do. I thought they just make vanilla envelopes, but
No,
apparently they make apparently they make bank.
Why,
So
why
we
you
got some
dang.
why
people
you
do.
gonna bring the army to these kids, man? That's terrible.
You know what? I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. You know what? F it, because we too old enough for selective service anyway. F it. It's their turn to go through selective service. The selective service fear like we did growing up.
Yep. Dang.
Wait, it was fear.
You,
It was fear. I mean,
you know
Hell
how to
yeah,
feed
when
I
I
didn't have
mean,
to register, but I mean, like I ain't never think I
uh,
was. I ain't never feared going to war. But
I'm gonna be real with you.
you know,
Listen, knowing
it was a
Bo,
different.
listen, Bo, I have so much respect for him, especially like he's
Yeah.
a military guy himself, and man, when I be here, like just going across the seas and some of the stories that he be telling me about, like how hot it is and like no service and all this shit, and he got sand in the shorts. I can't do it, dog. I can't even be in Alabama when it's 90 degrees. You think? Nope,
Well, that's the
nope.
least. That's the least of the worries now, man. We live in a different world now, bro.
Mm-mm.
yeah, unfortunately.
So I don't want to get into politics and nothing, but I mean, it's not even politics. It's just
It's
world
scary
news.
time.
It's world
Yeah, it's scary
news.
time.
Scary news, man. Scary stuff out there. So
I'll be
yeah,
down
all,
there
for
this
all the
weekend.
military people. Yeah, we
What'd
want
you
to
say,
wish
Bo?
them. What you saying, bro?
I said I'll be down there this weekend. I'll
Yeah,
swing by.
Oh, all right, man. Appreciate it, dog. I appreciate the support.
yeah. But for all the military folks, yeah, we definitely wish all the folks in the military the best, and hoping that they be safe because
Definitely.
shit getting
Mm-hmm.
real out there in the world.
Yeah, the people I know, I'm glad they out. They already done retired.
All right,
Yup.
and Bo, what about you, man? How was your week, man?
It's all right. I actually just came back from Army school, 2 weeks in wild and wonderful Fort Dix, New Jersey, and there's a reason they call it that. It sucks. Um, no service there, so I missed y'all's last two episodes.
Well,
It bothers me to no end. But I just got back to that. Y'all watch Konosuba, right?
I watched it.
Of course. I love it.
You know when oh goodness, Aqua does the flood, and then everybody's like, yay, and then they're like, hey, we got to rebuild this wall now.
Yeah.
That's the phase I'm on currently. I came back, had one day off, went right to work. You know, I'm on what, day 2 or 3, being back at work. So gotta love it. Love the episodes this week. Love that. Kids upstairs be fighting some sicknesses. You know, that's what
Mm.
kids be
Damn,
doing.
Yeah.
everybody's
Everybody got a
sick.
little
That's
something.
crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It is that time of the year though, bro. It's like February, March. It started to transition from being hot to cold. I think that might
Hmm.
be influencing it too.
Yeah, but man,
Um,
I'm back at it.
all right, man. Well, let's go and get into it. All right, so before we start getting into this week's anime, I want to ask you both, since you're the new guy on the podcast, this week, what things are you currently watching?
So right now, I'm rewatching a couple things just for filler. I am rewatching Tokyo Ghoul, and
Okay.
what's the other one I'm watching? Oh, Jobless Reincarnation. Mainly just because it's the same studio that does Sentence to Be a Hero,
Hmm.
and I'm watching that right now as well. And of course, the best there is, the best there was, best there ever will be. Freyrin,
Yeah.
got to be giving her some love. So,
Yeah. Hey, that Freeman was fired today.
Bro, have
hey,
you started the
Whatever that was.
hmm?
Have you started Freeman yet, bro?
He's not gonna watch it, bro.
He ain't
I ain't
gonna
gonna
watch
lie.
Bro. It's so far away from what Broad like. I don't think Broad would like it, or even watch it.
Hold on. I
Yeah.
got
But
you.
no, hold
I got
on.
you an
But
episode to start off.
y'all gotta remember, I love Kotaro Lives Alone.
I'm
That's
just
like
saying,
one of my top 5
But
like
that was like a
anime.
comedy with a little bit
I'm just
of.
saying, from what we
A
didn't talk about,
comedy?
from what we didn't
You
talked
ain't
about,
laugh?
Fuck no.
bro. From what we didn't talked about, bro, I don't think you're gonna like Free Run, bro. It
Nah, not at all.
because it's so much of like I'm even getting like new like just like I saw somebody talk about so apparently the voice actor for Free Run said that she like it keeps her up at night thinking of like the
Mhm.
story after Free Run is over, and potentially if Free Run, if everybody were to survive and everything, that Free Run would end up alone anyways, just because of the fact that Fern and Stark would eventually have to die. They're humans, so they would die, and so she would live on. And she said it keeps her up at night. Like she cries, it keeps her up at night thinking about that. And I'm just like, man, okay, so Fern and Stark are supposed, potentially could, end up one day married, right? I mean, it seems like they might be in love with each other.
They're
They just
leaning
not.
towards it. Yeah.
Yeah, they just not there yet. They still young, so they could potentially be in love and fall in love when they have kids, get married, all that. So Furin will see Fern and Stark go through their whole life together, and then they could
She could
have
help raise
kids.
their kids. Yeah, she would
Yes,
just
and they can have
party
kids,
up with the kids.
but Free Rim might potentially get to see a whole generation of kids come from that. And you know what it made me think of, bro? Y'all ever watch Interstellar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, y'all remember at the end of Interstellar? You remember when Matthew McConaughey character when he get back, when he comes back and he sees his daughter, on her deathbed in the hospital, and
Yeah.
she's
Oh,
surrounded by all of her kids and grandkids and great grandkids, and it's like you wouldn't have been able to have that moment if you had not went on that whole journey that you had went on to try to find another place for humanity to live. He would have never had that because he would have never been able to go through the black hole and go back. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think that what I'm trying to say is that Freerin is very much so about the journey and where it takes you, not the end goal or some type of specific
Isn't it
goal.
called Journeys In? It's called
Yeah,
Journeys In.
beyond journeys
Like
in.
it's in, yeah, Beyond Journeys
Yeah,
In.
I
but
mean,
there
I
is
get
no goal. There is no goal. There is no end goal. So if you're looking for an end goal, they ain't established one yet. They just traveling.
I don't
I mean,
remember, or I don't know if you
oh,
remember. It was a few episodes ago. I had posted in the chat. You remember how I brought up Croft?
Yeah. Yep.
So I think that's a really good thing to think about because like the
Yeah.
voice actors talking about all this. I brought up
Yeah.
Croft because like is that a
Yeah.
foreshadowing thing for Freyrin in the future? Like because Croft is a hero from before Freyrin's time and
Hmm.
nobody knows who he is, and then
Yeah.
He's
That
just
that
one,
that's the other elf, right? The one the other elf.
the one
Okay.
at the mountain cabin. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 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 And see, that's another thing too. It's like shit. Like you remember, he said elves only see each other every like couple hundred or thousands of years. Like
Yep.
this ain't common. And so he was like, maybe I should have asked her, like to be with me, because he know
Yeah.
they might not never cross paths again. But that, like I said, that I mean, Freeman is about the journey, bro. Freeman is about the journey. Don't come into it
But I ain't gonna lie,
expecting.
bro. They're at a really good spot where
Yeah,
they about to fight some demons.
yeah,
I
Even if
ain't
you
started
just
it
turned
yet.
Yeah,
it
and
on just
I
to
get
see.
all of that. Like I said, I get all of that, like friendly, like oh my gosh, I want to see you grow up and be my wife and all this other shit. But you
No,
can't tell me
that's not
nobody
what
gets
it is.
poisoned along the way. Somebody don't shoot a glory hole in between the earth or something. Like you
Nah,
can add
man.
that
glory
shit.
hole.
Like what? Don't she
Yeah,
got fucking powers?
high school DxD. Calm
She
down.
do.
They
Yeah, she do.
it's magic.
Yeah.
She's a magician or
I
wizard.
tell you
I
what,
don't know what
Broad.
you call them
Hey,
for real. What you
start
call them?
start episode 7. Watch 3 episodes. Do me a favor. Watch 3 episodes. Start episode 7. You're gonna see the lackadaisical Freyrin who's, oh, I sleep in, and oh, I don't want to do
She
anything.
an airhead too. She don't she acts like she's
Yeah.
slow.
And then episode 8 and 9, you're gonna see why they call Freyrin the Slayer.
I'm gonna watch it
Her,
myself.
her and the Doom Slayer. Have you ever played Doom? Doom Eternal, Doom the Dark Ages. Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason those two get linked together a lot. It's because she's a fucking monster.
Oh, yes, yes, yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
Also, sorry, I don't mean
Demons,
to in the thing.
demons
So
don't, demons don't, demons don't rock with her. Demons don't rock with her. She is so when it comes to power. Like you remember, I don't know if you remember this, man, but I had brought this up in like a versus battle type of conversation because I was like the strongest magician in anime or strongest wizard magician in anime, and you could name a lot of different folks. You got like Merlin from Seven Deadly Sins. You got a lot of Black Clover characters. You got a lot of fairy tale characters. You got a lot of characters in the different series. I mean, Frieren, in terms of versatility, I don't know too many people that can fight her in a straight up match. Just given the
How do
fact
you
that,
know that though?
No,
How do
but
you
so
because
know
Broad,
that?
because how I know that? Okay, all right.
I
So
got you. I got you. So when
yeah,
there's an episode where they go into a dungeon. I'm not going to
yeah,
spoil it,
yeah,
but there's doppelgangers, right?
yep.
She has to use a technique, and she says to the person that she used the technique against, she's like, I haven't had to use that in 500 years. She says it word for word. She ain't had to use that technique in 500
Mm,
years, and it completely like rewrites what you believe the capabilities of magic are because you get to see them use magic throughout this whole thing,
mm-hmm,
and then out of nowhere she just says no rules,
yeah.
and it scares everybody, including the person who was her friend. So
Yeah.
She been alive for several thousands of years, bro. So I mean,
All
just
right,
in
D.
context.
If you give it a shot, I'll give it a shot.
all right, I'll watch
Yeah.
it because it sound like Freeman starts off as like a Naruto Shippuden. Like you just
No,
meet
no, bro, no,
character.
bro,
Man,
no, bro.
Okay.
Look,
Like,
she just, bro. Like, it's just like I'm telling y'all can't go into it with no expectations of how it's gonna go because it's just about the journey, and the journey will take them to some crazy places, do some crazy shit. Like Frieren is not like she's such an airhead and a dunce. Like she don't be do like she they go and do shit and it's literally like sidetracking off of the beaten path. It's
yeah.
like if you
I'm
ignore it,
assuming,
yeah,
FM, that she's learned some of the coldest shit. Now, when she gets a grimoire, she just wants a
bro,
grimoire that
bro,
cleans statues.
bro.
Like
She
it's
just
something crazy like that.
yeah, like yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna
She
give it a
probably
shot.
knows some
But
wild shit.
hey,
Yeah, it's a decent slice of life
her,
slash comedy slash action.
no,
her master taught her a spell that just makes a field of grass into flowers. I'm not gonna tell
Yeah,
you why. That's because that's a big part of the story. You're gonna have to see and find out how that is. But bruh, like, come on, like it's okay. Like I'm telling you, man. Like I said, don't go into no expectations of how the story gonna go because
It's simple,
it's
but
literally
it's
like you
cool,
playing a
man.
video game and you get a quest from a side character NPC on the street and he tell you to go collect some shit and like, okay, now I gotta go collect some shit, and then that turned to a whole another thing because something else happened. You know, it's like, damn, like now I'm on a whole side quest.
This
That's free
is
run. That's free
this
run.
is New Game Plus, the anime,
Yeah,
and I love it
Yeah.
because nobody ever talks about
Alright.
that. You see all these happy endings and stuff, and
yeah,
like there's always the fan arts and the fan theories about what happened. Now this is what happens to them, and I love it. I love the nice little bow on the package. Like, but the package has already been opened. You're experiencing the bow
yeah,
putting on. You know,
yeah.
I love it.
All right, Bo, man, Bo, you got some good perspective on free run, bro. I finally found me another free run fan. Uh,
Uh,
all right, look, all right. We're gonna get to your stuff, bro. All right, JJK this week.
I
All
don't want
right,
to. No, 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 no,
we're gonna
no,
talk
no.
about
We ain't got to go
JJK.
there.
We talking
We
about
ain't got to go there.
JJK. All right, what happened? Oh my God.
We didn't
Oh,
go there. It's a setup episode. Last two episodes been a setup.
It
Setup
was, man,
episode.
but
hey, he don't want to talk about getting a
damn it.
trash episode this week.
Yeah, it was a
First
letdown.
It
off,
It
wasn't
was a
trash. It wasn't
letdown.
trash. It wasn't trash. It was actually a good setup because Higuruma, they introduced Higuruma. And
Yeah,
I'ma
yeah.
say
Sitting in
that.
that,
nigga.
sitting in
I'm
that
gonna say this.
bathtub.
It's leading up to one of the cold. Actually, no, because I'm on chapter 200 right now, and I
Ah,
still haven't found. Listen, I've been reading ahead. And
you seen Higuruma? Have you seen Higuruma what he do later? You ain't seen. All right, you ain't got there yet. All right,
wait,
it's
wait,
okay.
wait, wait.
It's
No,
okay.
no,
It's
you
okay.
talking about dude? You talking about dude with the braids?
No, Higuruma,
Nah,
the guy,
Higuruma, the lawyer.
Higuruma, the guy at the end, the one that the lawyer judge guy.
Oh yeah, I seen
Yeah,
that. That one's cold. It's
yeah,
so cold. It's so
yeah.
good. Like I said, I still want. I
But
can't wait to see the Akatsu fight,
but
like
but
the Kotsu fight.
but you do know Higuruma is not a reincarnated sorcerer.
Yeah, they
Just
brought
No,
him.
he's just a
Yeah,
regular
he's new.
dude. He's just a
he's just a
regular
regular
dude.
dude.
And then he come out the gates, the domain expansion. You
Yeah,
know, like
Reggie said that Kashimo and Higuruma then already knocked off 100 sorcerers each.
yeah,
You want to hear my toxic take after reading the manga though?
What you
What?
He's
got?
so excited about this.
You know how he got his first 100 points, right?
I don't know what you mean.
All right, so first off, we all know that his powers came about when he was in a courtroom.
Yeah,
Right.
So the first 20 people he killed was in that courtroom
oh, okay, yeah,
during that court hearing. So
Yeah.
with that being said, I think he was justified in killing all of them people in that courtroom. You'll see why later.
I mean, yeah, he got like a strong sense of justice, and that kind of reflects itself through his curse technique.
Yeah.
You know, because he can't do anything unless he's executing you know, actions based on his sense of justice. So it's like if he think you guilty of a crime and you not guilty of that crime, then his powers not gonna do nothing to you. So it's like, you know, like he has to have an actual legitimate reason. But I mean that is great for his character because that's a that it remind me of nin limitations in Hunter x Hunter. It's like you place a
Yeah.
strong limitation on your power, and it makes your power stronger. You know, because if you say my power only works if a person is guilty of a crime, you could set some really strong capabilities to it.
Like Karapika with
Yep.
the spiders.
Yep, exactly. When he
Yeah.
But
only when he
I
fights
would
spiders, he can use all 5 nin types. You know, so it's like,
I would definitely say like I said, reading the manga, I could say like if I was a person in the JJK first in the Colin
Yeah.
games, that would probably knowing my field,
Yeah.
that would probably be my
Yeah.
shit right there.
yeah.
But anyways, yeah, we ain't gotta talk about it. It was a filler episode. It was
No,
filler. But just wait till next week.
it was a lot of talking, but it was good though. I mean, like I said, like
Listen,
you
if
know,
I didn't read ahead in the manga, this episode would have pissed me off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got to see. You
Yeah.
got
I
to
mean that
you
that
just bring on
domain
somebody,
expansion
so-
at the end
It's
was
like
fire.
it's one of them little fondling episodes like, ooh, get ready.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
It starts
Go about
off
that.
like if you didn't wasn't paying attention to what you clicked on, you probably would have had to back up and be like, dog, did I click on the right shit?
But
Because
like,
it had nothing to do with nothing, and literally until almost the very end.
let's also acknowledge how many sorcerers did they say can unlock domain expansion? Like how many actual sorcerers have domain expansions?
Not a lot.
Like not a lot of sorcerers in JJK have domain expansion, and this nigga learned his, and he ain't even been a sorcerer for a year. You know,
Yep.
I mean, that
uh,
that was cool, but man, it was a lot of shit you had to sit through. I was like, yo, it just talking, talking, talking. He's me, hey man, I'm not here for this.
Put the
I ain't
hands
click
in
on.
approximately
I ain't click on JJK for this.
approximately 10 to 15 sorcerers in the whole JJK universe. I'm sorry, 10 to 15 sorcerers, 10 to 15 sorcerers in the whole JJK universe have the ability to use domain expansion.
See, and this is the anime Broadby just swooning over. All
Oh,
Yes,
talking,
it's
all
so
talking.
good. Oh,
yeah, he did
it's
good
so
show.
good. It's so good.
So
It's
yeah,
so
no, but but I just say that, man. I agree. With no context, this episode does kind of this episode does kind of it don't
It
hit
sets it up.
it don't hit, but every episode can't be crazy
That's
fire. You
true.
know what I'm saying?
it got
You got
an 8 point.
got
It got an 8.9 for a reason.
yeah.
It got
But
an
see,
8.9.
but bro, come on. You remember
Yeah,
this the
man.
same conversation we was having. You remember about Maki, the Zenin clan massacre. It's like you got a lot of people who really only want to watch the hands and they want to watch the fights, and then you got a lot of people who also really do just want to see the story. They want to see the story play out. They don't care about the fights particularly. They just want to see everything adapted faithfully. So
Listen, I'm
I
gonna say
mean,
I'll do this, Bo. If you haven't watched a lick of JJK, I'll say this. I say just go to the Maki fight episode. Go to the
No,
Maki
don't do
fight
that to yourself.
episode. Oh,
yeah, don't
You
don't
just
don't
start just
skip
start,
don't
start from the
don't
beginning.
skip nothing,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, just start from the
It
beginning.
ain't gonna hit unless you got like
from the
a
beginning.
reference.
Actually,
You know,
I'll tell
you
you.
gotta know
Actually,
who
I'll
fighting.
tell you this. I'll tell you straight up like this. If you don't make, I think Gojo and Jogo fights the first time in like episode 7. If you don't like that fight, stop watching.
So I
There
watched
wasn't
the
there wasn't much of a fight, by the way.
it's been a little bit. I watched the first season, and it's like I said, it's been a bit, but like
Yeah,
I do remember the fights are good. The fights are awesome, but like I just couldn't get invested in it. Like maybe I just have to go back and retry it, but I
It's a
couldn't
lot of
get
fun.
invested. Like I understood like the general basis of kind of what was going on, Itadori and the fingers, and how JJ Jujutsu sorcerers kind of like I understand the basis of it, but like I feel like I didn't give it enough of a chance because season one, not a whole lot happened,
they
or
they
at least as far as I saw.
they fleshed the story out heavily towards
All
the
season
end of the
2.
series, which is a lot of people don't know this. That they fleshed the story out so much towards the end of the series. Like you get a whole lot of context and information on things that you did not know and understand at the beginning way back when. So it's like like for example, like what was it last week or broad like last week or the week before last week we was talking about Kenjaku walking Yuji's friend out of the Cullen game, and
Yeah.
Oh,
he says thank you for
oh,
being friends with my son. It's
Yep.
like
oh.
damn, like it took us we on the second half of the series, and you dropping a bomb like that on a non-significant scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would say,
People would have missed that. People would have
but
missed that.
but my thing is like even as an anime reader, like I'm
Yeah,
sorry, a brand new manga reader,
yeah,
I missed it. Like I
yeah,
had to go
yeah.
back and see it.
A lot of people probably missed it.
But
It wasn't a it wasn't a scene that was significant to people. Like they would be like, oh, like I got to see this. Like people
Well,
would
because
miss
the
it.
way they did it in the show, when he
Mhm.
said thanks for being friends with my son,
Yeah,
then he just pops up. Oh, dude was like, hey, you're here. And then like
Mhm.
before that scene even pops off, he sees Itadori. Like they don't do it like simultaneously.
you would have forgot that that was his friend. In
Yes.
the very beginning. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But I think this was a good setup episode this week. I don't think it was a bad episode, but you know, definitely not
Filler.
fun like all the other shit.
I
Um,
I, I I will give you this one.
mm,
Since we know I will shit on JJK's episode this
I'm
week,
not shitting on it. I just said
but
it was. I just said it
but
was.
I'll do it.
I,
Hey, I'll
what
do
you
it.
want me to
but
do?
but it's all right.
What you want me to
I'm gonna
say?
give you your flowers. I'm gonna give you your flowers this week. I'm gonna give you your flowers this week.
Why?
because
Because fate was fire.
fate ain't
Hey, that
fate
fate
Yo,
ain't
changed fate.
that
hey,
strange
yeah,
fate
man.
ain't. Listen. When I seen Jack the Ripper get into his actual form and fight old dude. First off, we're not going to sit here and act like Fate didn't get that scene from JJK and Sukuna terrorizing the town. By the way, let's address that. Second, that shit was cold. That fight was fucking cold.
Bro,
But the
it
only
was, huh?
and the only reason why I trolled you in the group chat, I gave it a 9.8 out of 10, only because I didn't like the fact that I had four fights going on at one time. It was so much to take in.
They prepared you for that. They told like you ain't
So
see
much.
everybody
They did
preparing
prepare
to
you for
head
that.
out.
It's like,
Everybody, you knew everybody was gonna be in one spot at the same time.
but it was kind of
It's like,
like a roller coaster constantly being on a high. And I was like,
yeah,
God damn, everybody showing up. Like,
and
chill the fuck out.
but what I love about this shit is because they, I like I said, it's like if you ain't seen all like a bunch of the different things, you wouldn't know. Like for example, like when he was talking to Jack the Ripper, and he was saying like like Jack the Ripper, he's like like who are you? And he's like who are you? He's like oh like you look like a good guy, And he's like you're the second person to tell me that.
Yeah.
That is not the murderer Jack the Ripper, like that servant Jack the Ripper. That is not the one that we know in the history as being Jack the Ripper. That is the Jack the Ripper that could have been later on. So basically, like this is Jack the Ripper if he had not been a murderer. That's why he's like, you seem like a good guy. Is because this is the person that would have become him. Does that make any sense? It's
Yeah,
like
it makes sense.
it's like Damo could be the greatest poet of all time, but if we looking at Damo right now, and we summon Damo, and this is the Damo of right now, he is not the greatest poet of all time yet. So we don't even know that that's a possibility. So that's why he's like, oh, you're a good guy because that spirit is not the murderer, Jack the Ripper that terrorized, London and killed all those
Yeah.
women. Like that is not him. So that's why he said, you seem like a good guy to me because that's not the one that we know. That's why and so that's why I say like if you knew the fate like lore in the universe, you know that a person can be summoned in different iterations of their history. Like Gilgamesh, you can summon him in two different forms. The tyrant version, which is when he was a tyrant king, he was, a
An
warmonger,
asshole.
an asshole,
Asshole.
yes. And then you could summon him as I forgot what they call it. He's like it's a different form, but the other form is essentially like when he became more enlightened and realized that he needed to rule through peace and prosperity and taking care of his people rather than ruling with an iron fist. It's two different iterations, same guy. So it's like you can that happens, and so that's why like I like that scene, and I also liked when what you call it
Richard? Is it
uh,
Richard?
yeah, Richard. Yeah, when Richard showed when we
Yeah.
got, and that was when Richard shows up and he's fighting Gilgamesh, and Gilgamesh is launching all them swords at him, and he picks one. He's like, hey, he's like this. It's a nice looking sword right here, and Gilgamesh. All his swords is legendary swords collected throughout history. These are all literal and they're original copies too. By the way, Gilgamesh, his inventory that he pulls from, um, is his like infinite like inventory that he's collected throughout his entire history of being alive. It's hard
Yeah.
to explain, but he has an unlimited inventory of weapons that he can pull from, and so that's what he's shooting. Is he's shooting swords that he's collected, but they're all swords that have been like gained legendary status. Excalibur. uh, uh, Sound like a coat suit to me. Yeah, I mean, no, I mean yes and no. I mean, it would be more like if I took swords from all the anime and I was just collecting swords, and I had Zoro swords, I had a Kotsu sword, if I had Tensaiga, if I had all these different swords and I could use them, but
it's like that. That's why he picked one up and he was like, "Hey, it's like a nice looking sword right here," because he know, damn, this a work of art right here. Like, let me borrow this.
Yeah.
He picked it and he did. He picked one up and borrowed it. He said, "Let me borrow this, man."
Yeah. He's slowly starting to become one of my favorite characters.
And he's such a fanboy too, ain't he? Because he like,
Yeah.
he's like, this is a work of art. He's like, where'd you get this from?
He feel like a person that's just happy to be there.
Yeah, yeah. But there's
But
a lot of good
Fate,
stuff.
yeah,
A lot of good stuff that
Fate
happened
was
in that
amazing.
episode.
So explain this noble phantasm getting what do you
Talking about him
do?
stealing.
Exorbit?
It's all
Yeah.
like, so that's not a technique that is actually specific to Hercules. That's not one of Hercules' normal normal powers. So Hercules' noble phantasm is based on the 12 labors. You know, I don't know if y'all know like Greek mythology.
Yep.
All right, so y'all, if you know a little Greek mythology, you know the 12 labors, you know, right? That Hercules had to go through, you know, to prove himself to the gods. Um,
Yeah.
and so that's what that 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 that's where his noble phantasm lies. That's why he's able to use like different stuff, like he summons Cerberus, you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then he also
Is
you
that
saw
who sir? Is that who
that's what that
summoned
dog
that?
was. That's what that
The
dog
dog.
was. Yeah,
Yeah, I
no,
knew
Yeah,
that
that
was
was his.
Cerberus.
It was just
I
there for
knew it was
aura farming.
Cerberus.
but you remember in the first appearance, you remember they mentioned that his armor. It says his armor was too strong to pierce, and they mentioned that it was like the hide of a lion. It's the Nemean lion.
The Nemean
Yeah, Nemean lion. Yep. And so that's his normal noble phantasm. The reason why he's able to steal those powers is because of that mud that they keep mentioning that they used to corrupt him. That cursed mud. Um, cursed mud gave him the power to steal noble phantasms.
Is that
So
so? Let me ask you this: what's the?
yeah.
I was about to say, hold on. Hey, Bo, I was about to say, if you start anything that we recommend, start Fate, Strange Fate. It's only like what 8, 9, 10 episodes. It actually the
We're
fight.
about
I'm only
seven,
here for the fights.
or eight,
Hey,
man.
you can
It's not
start
bad.
you can start it now, Bo. You can
Nine,
start it.
nine. Then
You can start now, or what you could do, Bo, is you could go back and I ain't even gonna give you what I told. I had Damo go back and watch some of the stuff. I ain't even gonna tell you everything I told Damo to watch. I had Damo go through the whole ringer. I had him Adam go through everything. I can give you 3 series to watch ahead of Strange Fate. That'll get you to a point where you will be more caught up and have a little context as to what's going on.
I was actually just looking that up.
Yeah.
I was on 3 different websites looking up the Fate order because
Mm-hmm.
I watched the first one with
They might.
the girl in the blue armor. What's her name?
Oh, you talking about
Saber.
yes.
Saber.
Favor.
And then I watched a little bit of the one with Archer, and I'm trying to figure out what the good watch order
You
is
talking
to
about
get.
Gilgamesh? Yeah,
It don't
and
even
see
matter.
what you name are their classes. That's not even their names.
No, it's not
But
their names.
yeah,
That's how I identify them.
that's
Yeah,
their
for real.
that's their classes. And so Archer, that's like Gilgamesh is he could be an archer, but he could also be a caster. Which, then that's another thing you got to learn. But either way though, you can start off with Strange Fate though. I mean, it's they give you a fair amount of
It's a good starting
explanation
point
and
for those
context.
who haven't
Does it
watched
give
it.
you a good explanation, kind of what's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah, the episode 0 does.
Episode 0.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
starts with episode 0.
yeah. Essentially, man, what all it is, bro, is that it's people fighting over a thing called the Holy Grail to grant wishes. That's the base explanation of what's happening.
It's a fight to
Is that
grant
a fight?
one ultimate wish.
Yes, and
Yeah.
the fight happens between people who are summoning people to fight for them, which is servants and masters. The masters are summoning servants to fight for them.
To win
And
this
I'm only
ultimate fight.
here, and obviously because of my anger issues, I'm only here for the violence.
and it's a lot of violence, bro.
It is.
It's gonna be a lot of violence.
You saw a dude get knocked out at the end there, bro.
Oh, my favorite part,
bro,
yo.
he knocked him, bro. I, bro, I was a little, I got a little like what they call it? I got a little like goosebumps, like chills, bro. Like it was weird. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I
like,
was like,
like,
"What he about to do?"
like,
I said,
like,
he got a little bit of strength?" And I
like
was like,
seeing his
"Nah, I was
body,
wrong."
but you saw how his body was contorted. Like he knocked
Yeah,
him so strongly and cleanly into that building that the nigga like head was like it was weird, bro. It was weird how his body was. Like it was.
I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie.
It was
I
real
kind of
weird,
got
bro.
sad. I kind of got sad because like I didn't know who I wanted to win between Jack the Ripper and old Bow and Arrow dude, and I was like, oh my gosh, Bow and Arrow dude died, and he said, "Psych, bitch."
I don't think that that's gonna stick. The reason why I say it, I don't think that's gonna stick. I don't think that he completely stole that noble phantasm. I think that what he did is he's temporarily taking it. That's just my theory because I don't think that one, I don't think that he could take multiple ones at a time, and two, I don't think that he stole it traditionally. I think that it's like y'all remember when Cell and and what you call it when Cell would no it wasn't Cell, it was Android, what was it, Android 19. You remember the one that could steal energy? And you remember they were stealing energy, and they stole energy from like Goku, but it wasn't like they didn't steal it
Oh,
permanently. It's like they just stole a little bit of his energy.
yeah.
It's like I don't think that he's like that he stole it.
Dr. Gero and 19,
Yeah, I
they
don't
both
think.
could steal.
Yeah, see, I don't think that what's happening here that he's completely stealing the noble phantasm. I think that what he did is he just took it temporarily because Jack the Ripper not dead, and like he got to come back eventually and fight again. And this series is gonna get 2 to 3 seasons. So
Really?
yeah, they already talk about season two. Gonna be a season two.
Listen, man, they doing a good job. Good job. Because
So
I thoroughly enjoy it. It's funny because homeboy getting slammed into the wall. I know you got it gave me goosebumps, but that shit looked crazy. I
bro,
was
bro,
in here
it,
rolling,
bro,
dog.
and then, but the way he stood up to the dude, he walked up to him and put
He
his fist
did.
up,
He put them hands
put
up.
the fists up.
Oh
I was like, is he
man.
about to? I was like, is he about to do
First
something with
off,
this?
what did they think them little bitty ass bullets was gonna do? What did them
Distraction.
think with them Glock nines was
Hey,
gonna do?
when you're faced with overwhelming power, you do whatever you can to
Yeah,
make
that
them
this
feel better about yourself. You
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
No,
Look,
no,
look,
no,
look,
no, no,
look,
no, no.
look, look, look.
See.
Let's be
Listen,
real. Let's be
real
real, bro. Let's be real, bro. You
black
saying that?
people are going to run.
Never
Okay, I
in the
mean,
history of
yes.
anime has a gun ever helped anybody.
Yeah,
That is
so
true.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. So one thing that I tend to think about when I think of like real world application, like of anime like things, is like how many characters have y'all seen in anime that weren't human, that weren't bulletproof? Most of these motherfuckers is bulletproof.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Or
like
they can move faster than a bullet.
yeah. So I mean, even some humans in these series are faster or stronger than bullets.
Yeah.
You
Some of them
know,
be cutting right through it. You just be like, all
so
right.
it's like, yeah, like you're not gonna get much mileage out of a gun in an anime. But my thing is, man, if I was in an anime and I had a gun, a gun is all I had. I think that the smart thing to do be try to figure out how to enhance your bullets, right? How to enhance your bullets. So
Oh, like a
it,
old boy on Fire Force. When
no, I'm saying
he
like,
got his gun, he be
Oh yeah, the lieutenant.
yeah, but
yeah.
oh yeah, I mean, yeah, but I'm saying like, I don't know, like, have you seen I'm trying to think of a good series where characters like in some anime,
Maki's
char-
sister.
I was gonna say yeah, I mean something like that, but I'm saying in some anime the characters like inscribe magic on their bullets and shit like that. Like you could put like a magic
Oh
like circle on your
yeah.
bullet or some shit. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you remember
Uh,
Outlaw
But
Star?
yeah, yeah, oh yeah,
Remember he
but
had
just like
yep,
that, yeah,
yep,
yeah, he
yep,
had them
yep.
special bullets that he could shoot,
Yeah.
but he had to have a
See,
special gun for that too.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna kind of lean. I'm gonna kind of lean into kind of the
Yeah,
uselessness of it.
yeah,
And in the chat, Megan Anderson, she gonna be upset about
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Soul Eater, Death the Kid. He's got those guns, right?
yeah, yeah,
He puts them upside down like a
yeah,
weirdo. Bah,
yeah.
bah, 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 and they don't do anything.
Yeah,
until he like does the soul resonance thing and they turn
yeah,
into actual like cannons. But
yeah.
like he's just sitting there just like shooting paper watches like bow, 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 bow.
Hey,
I got you.
let's not forget, Bleach also.
Oh yeah, homeboy.
Yeah, Stark had the guns that
Yeah,
could shoot zeros, and he didn't kill nobody with them. he didn't kill not a person, bro, not a person. He's supposed to be the number one, but neither here nor there. Whatever, forget it. Um, yeah, I don't know, bro. Yeah, enhancing your bullets is probably the best way to go. But in the real world, yeah, you're not getting much mileage out of that, bro. Like I don't even think. Do y'all think nuclear weapons would be an effective weapon against anime characters?
No.
No.
depends on the character, I think.
Like okay, all right. So let's just say, since we're talking about fate, strange fate, you got like these magical characters, or anything. Let's use something different. Let's try.
I
Let's
said
say
maybe in Fate,
yeah.
yes.
Let's say
You got
Black Clover.
I'm gonna say what? If first off, stop it.
Okay,
Black Clover.
a cursed spirit,
You
bro.
gotta no. Do a planet.
We gotta
No,
put
not
in
even that.
insert.
Do a planetary, a planet, do an
Planetary
anime where everybody's
devastation.
planetary. No, like I would say do something like Dragon Ball Z because everybody's planetary. Like their baseline is like planetary.
So
Their string
then,
I
is
mean,
yeah,
I
a
planetary.
mean, I
nuke,
mean,
a
but
nuke wouldn't
broad,
hurt them.
we can't do that very well because people have said that Krillin would body most other anime verses, and that's just Krillin by
Which
himself.
which
You are
when I
correct.
hear the explanation, I understand.
So it's like
Okay.
they're so well and far beyond that. I'm just trying to think of myself, man. If this is like yes, like a real world situation, anime characters drop down into our world. Villains, let's say anime villains drop down into our world, and they didn't decide to destroy the Earth outright because I mean, yeah, like if Frieza came to Earth, Frieza could just destroy the Earth outright. Like he can't, like this afterthought. My thought is, what thing do we have that could even scratch these people? And I'm just
We
like,
have nothing. We have
The
uh,
nothing.
Friezas,
so
no, but if it was like JJK, then yes, we have a chance.
Yeah, because like
imagine if you Frieza and nuclear radiation kill you.
I'm gonna say like I hate to do spoilers, but like Kid Jaku's plan is literally to drop a big ass bomb on the city once everybody's eradicated.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
but that
showed
yeah
that.
that yeah but
So like
that was for a sacrifice.
that kind of like answers it right there. I would say like
I mean,
give an
yeah.
example like you said like Frieza or Kid Buu. Like, can we drop a Hiroshima type ass bomb on them and blow them
No,
up?
Do you know how slow that moves?
Well,
compared to
also,
how
You think they're
fast
gonna
they
sit
move.
there and let that happen?
Yeah,
Vegeta already did that. He died, and
yeah,
Boo was just like, "Dang, that's crazy."
yeah. The Big Bang attack was
Like,
like
right.
Yeah, you're right.
so we at a consensus then that in the real world, our real world, that there is nothing that we could do to fight back against and
Yeah,
a
planetary
anime crash
destruction.
out,
No,
an
It,
anime
it,
crash
it,
out.
like I said, it depends on the
Naruto characters. Wait, Naruto characters. Could we beat a Naruto character if we nuked them?
Kiba, easily.
Just keep it.
some of them.
That's
Yeah.
one of them, but he was the first one I thought
Eh,
of.
Just one of them.
First off, let's take this into consideration.
Yeah.
One of the jutsus that they use is literally fireball jutsu. And I'm gonna be real with you. If that can damage one of these dudes, so can a fucking like beef it. I don't know. What's a
Bruh,
military gun
bruh, bruh.
bow that can like blow a hole in some? I don't know, dog.
All of them. To be fair, if I saw Naruto with an M4 and I popped Naruto with a 5.56 going at about however fast that bullet travels, I've been drinking. I can't think about that number right now.
You probably couldn't even hit Naruto.
That dang fox in Naruto's stomach ain't gonna save him. But if you're also talking like BBEG people, like big bad in game people like Frieza, there ain't nothing that's gonna do.
yeah.
I do wonder. I mean, I just referenced. You just referenced Naruto and M4. How fast do they be throwing them shuriken? Because like he could probably dodge a bullet. Naruto could probably dodge a bullet fairly
That's
easily. They
That's a good point.
like they dodge shurikens that they're throwing. I don't know if they throwing shurikens faster than bullets travel, but I mean, I think we've all
Yeah,
talked about this
it's
before.
comparable.
Naruto
Let's consult
characters
the
move
internet.
at the speed of sound, at least.
I'll put it like this. I think I saw Aruni Kenshin dodge a bullet.
That's true. That's
So
true. That's true.
I'm
That's true.
assuming Naruto probably could be like, yo, that wasn't
I
even me
mean,
over there. That was one of my
That's true.
clones.
the One Piece universe, all of them can literally dodge. But well,
Bro,
majority of
look,
them
I'm gonna
dodge.
tell you like this, bro. One Piece characters dodging bullets. I don't put too much stock on that because those are cannonballs that they firing out of primitive ass cannonball guns, bro.
Those are very primitive.
Yeah, those they shoot
The
cannonballs and
bullets
shit.
aren't even aerodynamic in One Piece yet.
We ain't got no chance. I just did some research. I asked the Google uh, what it thought about this whole thing,
Yeah.
and mid Shippuden level. By the time of the Sasuke retrieval or the early Shippuden, characters can throw weapons at speeds exceeding Mach 1.7,
Oh
with
yeah.
some
Oh shit.
calculations placed them in the high supersonic range. If a dude can dodge a Mach 1.7 Ninja Star, I can't shoot him.
You
I'm
gotta
sorry.
think, man. The Flash, man. Naruto's dad, man. He was throwing shurikens and beating them to their destination.
Right. Well, he also had those tags too. Wasn't there that fight where he had that teleportation tag? He threw it past him, and he was like, "Haha, I got
Uh-huh.
you." He was like, "Psych."
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to suggest the anime to y'all, man. If y'all have a chance just to throw some time away and just watch some shit. It's an anime called Recreators. Um, it's maybe about 4 or 5 years old. Maybe yeah, about
What
yeah.
is it on?
I don't know where you can watch it. You might be able to watch it on Crunchyroll. I don't know. I don't know.
Let me find it.
But it's called Recreators. But it's a
It's
parody anime of like um a bunch of characters from a different series in that universe getting transported from their worlds into our world and having to fight it out in order to figure out how to get back to their worlds. And so you got a bunch of the different tropes. You got a magical girl who gets teleported to the world. You get like a high school delinquent type of guy, who you get a bunch of different characters. Like you get a person who pilots a mecha. Like you get all these different characters that get put into this world and they're fighting in our world. And like it give you a sense of scale of like if these characters really did get transported to our world, how much devastation would they cause? And the answer is a lot. They talk about blowing up skyscrapers and shit, like they would cause so much devastation. And so, all in all, man, I mean, it's nothing short of
What is
destroying
it
the
called
whole
again?
planet. It's called Recreators.
See, I kind of
Uh,
like when anime do that. So, like another anime that I'm thinking about that does an example of like comparing those powers and bringing it to the real world. Something like Solo Leveling.
Yeah,
Like
that's a
they've
Oh,
good
got
example too. Yeah,
national level people where like the military can't do anything about that, and it really does put it in perspective because you're
yeah.
like, dang, what can these people do in a real
That's
world?
that's a good
yes.
example, bro. That's a really good example because when you do think about it, the military really can't do shit. Like they send these tanks and stuff, but they like what can these tanks do if S rank gate, there's a dungeon break, and
Mhm.
there's it because I think well I mean have we all read Solo Leveling? All right,
I'm a
Dread,
little,
no.
yes.
all right.
I'm a
So
little.
but we've all seen the arc where the giants there's the dungeon break and the giants invade
Dude,
and Sun Jin Woo wasn't there yet. That's a good example. Sun Jin Woo wasn't there, and S rank dungeon break happens, and folks getting cleaned up. Folks getting cleaned up, by giants, S
Man,
rank giants.
you had Stars and Stripe pulling up with the military to fight Sheet Rocket, and you had people in fighter jets
They had
shooting
advanced
bullets
weapons
and
too.
rockets them.
Nah, you remember they had advanced weapons. You remember they had them lasers.
It did not work.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I don't know. I don't know, man. Them lasers was working. You remember what happened? You remember when you remember what she did? She focused all the lasers into one and then shot him with it.
That's not a
And
regular
it was
application.
burning through his skin, but he was
That's
regenerating. Yeah.
well,
that's
you got
not
to
a
think
regular.
too. she was using those fighter pilots like how some heroes use accessories too. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
her power is really cool, where she can rewrite how something works just
Hmm.
within her mind. So like, yeah, they were just regular homies and jets, but like paired with her, that's something a lot more than just some homies and some jets because she can do stuff
Mm-hmm.
like
She would have won that
Mhm.
fight if she if they wouldn't have had that name shit where like
And that's the
he didn't know
reason.
what his name was.
That's the reason. That's where My Hero Academia pissed me the hell off. Right there, because like, how you give her one of the most unlimited powers in the fucking world to stop Shigaraki, and now you
She
kill
lost
the
over a
fuck.
technicality.
that.
Exactly. That's
Which
such a
one has a better chance
bullshit.
of winning though? One really powerful superpower, or like how old was all for one at the end of it? Like 200 some years old, something like that.
Yeah, he
Or
was like
200 years of stacked powers that have just been harvested and cultivated from people. Like, yeah, she had a really good power, but like, let's call it what it is. He probably would have figured something out by the end of it.
True.
yeah, but I'm in agreement, man, because I when I think of like power scaling, I also think of like like a really broken ability versus a person with a well-rounded set of skills who comes out on top. And if I got a well-rounded set of skills and I have an answer for everything that you do, it really don't matter how broken your ability is, and so you know I look at
Yeah.
like look at like Naruto, right? Naruto beat Pain. Pain had you know the Renegon and all these different things, but
Had the
Naruto
he
was
had a
more
spark
well-rounded.
plug. He had a spark plug in his hand. Call it what it is. He had a spark plug
I
in his hand.
I think Naruto was more well-rounded in that fight though. You know what I'm saying? Like Sage Mode, like I think Naruto had the more well-rounded
Yeah.
set of skills, but Pain
Pain,
had the more
all
broken
his
ability.
characters had something specific that they could do. That's
Yeah,
all they could do.
yeah. So
Well, I think a big part of it too is like looking at the mentality of these people,
yeah,
like the pain and all of his like splits, I guess you'd call
yeah,
them. Look at how they approached the whole thing. They were just like they weren't worried about nothing. They were very confident, almost
yeah,
pretty cocky with their powers. Same with Stars and Stripes. Like she had a really strong power and she acted like it too.
yeah,
Maybe she underestimated the fight going in. Like, and that's a way to lose right there too.
yeah.
Hmm.
Also, the regeneration. She didn't expect that his regeneration could was that strong.
Keep
Like,
up.
yeah,
Yeah, it could keep up with her.
yeah. To be fair, I mean, if you ain't never seen no shit like that before, you wouldn't even think to plan for it.
Yeah. How do you
You
prepare
know?
Because
for something
something
you ain't
like
never seen
him,
before?
Yeah,
yeah, something like him never existed before, so it'd be hard to plan for it.
yeah, yeah. Nah, me hush.
It
All
really makes
right,
me think, what kind of villains is she fighting in America? Like,
bro,
does Japan just really got all these really awful villains in America?
bro,
They're just fighting like really.
America's probably way worse.
bro. I be thinking to myself, man. All right, so JJK, right now we're getting this, a lot of these info dumps where they're talking about Japan is the center of all cursed spirits, basically. Like all
Right.
like the majority of cursed spirits exist in Japan. Nowhere else in the world. Nobody else even has really cursed, like sorcerers and shit like that. Japan is the only one. We see that in JJK. And then we see that also in solo leveling is that there are hunters everywhere in the world, but for some reason, Korea got the most fucking dungeons, dungeon gates, most gates that open in Korea,
Mm-hmm.
for some reason, right? And so you see
Yeah.
that in these series that the like most of everything happens in one area. And so I do kind of think that, in the My Hero Academia world, is Japan just so far and like beyond everyone else when it comes to uh
Like their
quirks
whole
and
systems,
yeah.
schools, and quirks and
And,
stuff.
and my only thing to back this theory up is that All for One was actually, he was primarily located in Japan, when he was, had his reign, he
which kick started this like advancement and like this
yep,
urge
his
for
quirk
the
evolutions and all this shit. Yeah.
That's good.
I think that All for One being primarily based in Japan is what. And then wait, I just got one question because I don't know this off the top of my head, even though I'm a big My Hero Academia fan. The baby who had the quirk that could the first quirk that they said, the
The
baby with
glowing,
the light,
the glowing baby.
yeah, the glowing baby, that was in Japan, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
so that's why potentially, yeah, Japan might be way far and beyond anything when it comes to heroes and villains and their quirks and whatnot. And Star and Strike might not have been fighting anybody that crazy. Uh,
I'm saying she be fighting Diddy over there, but he makes his own baby oil. That's his.
um, man, that's
She said
crazy.
baby oil ain't slick no more, and he's just like, damn, I'm out.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's
Hey,
Imagine Diddy had a baby oil quirk.
Hey,
That's
to be
crazy.
fair, Fort Dix, New Jersey, the place I just came from. You know where Diddy's currently incarcerated?
Nah.
Fort Dix
Fort
Federal
Dix.
Corrections.
Yeah,
Dude
yeah. I've
was
been keeping
dude
up
was
with that shit.
literally
Oh, that's crazy.
was 5 minutes from me this entire time. I can't say that I wasn't scared, but if I saw that dude slither across the floor at me like an
Uh,
otter, I'd be scared.
his quirk is slip and slide.
Like what would that even be like, bro? Like, can he like secrete? He can secrete like oils from his skin.
From
It's
his
like
fingertips.
Bakugo.
From his
It's like
fingertips.
Bakugo, but instead of being explosive, it's just super
Well,
slick.
Hey,
yeah.
but what's his name? What's the guy's name? He can start with K. Little boy in
Okay,
My Hero
check this out.
Academia.
Check this out. The first baby that was found, the quirk was that illumination was found in, is it uh Twin Queen City or whatever in China? It was China.
Oh, it was China. Okay,
But
Okay,
it's
I
still
was like,
centralized to the area,
okay,
though.
it's
yeah,
still Asian, but I get it. I get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just makes you wonder, like Star and Strike, who is she fighting? You know, like Star and Strike, who is she fighting? What
I
notable?
would like
Okay,
to see what they got going on over there in America
what
too. That would be a
notable?
nice little.
But I'm saying for real though, like what name villains do we know from America?
We don't know any,
Well, we don't. You know what I'm saying? So
but it is. I mean, but the
We'll get a
story
spinoff.
was
okay.
more.
We'll get a spinoff. You know, we,
Yeah,
we talked about the end of My
We
Hero and
should get
how
one.
yeah,
all the kids ended up
yeah,
being foreign exchange students and some went to
yeah,
America. We'll
yeah.
get a spinoff.
Yeah, we should. We deserve
Okay.
it.
Yeah. But the only spinoff we have is Vigilantes, and it's still
That's a
It's a prequel.
prequel.
very well.
Well, I mean,
It actually is. You're right. It is a prequel. I'm sorry. That's my
Yeah,
bad.
but I mean, but spoilers, not spoilers. I mean, because we seen Vigilantes last season. Captain was it? What's his name? Captain. What's his name?
Oh,
The guy who came from America. He was
yeah,
he was pretty strong now.
he is.
But I want to say,
Oh, Captain, what's his name? Captain Celebrity? Is that
yeah,
his name?
Captain Celebrity. That was his name.
Yep.
Captain
Yeah.
Celebrity came from America.
Okay.
Because he was, he's out there in America fucking around.
Well, what
Yeah,
was
he
what
had
was
the.
what was the guy that worked with All Might? He was American.
David Shield.
David Shields.
Yeah,
That's right.
David Shield. Yeah, his daughter was the one who made the gauntlets for Deku.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Melissa Shield. But I still think that, I just think that in that universe, I think Japan probably was ahead, and
I think they
that,
were
that
just telling Japan's story kind of in a vacuum.
but
Like,
you
hey,
don't think that it would create a situation where it's like Japan is the vacuum, and it's like it's a vacuum of power, and so like All for One not existing, created a vacuum of power for everybody else to be able to advance because he was holding everybody back,
Of course.
it's a strong
and
possibility,
so
but the way that they was praising old girl from
it,
America,
it's like
yo,
when it's like when Gojo was born.
Well,
All the cursed spirits in Japan had to like rank up,
she was
and
the
they
number
ranked
one
up
girl
fast.
in America, and she was All
yeah,
Might's
number one.
protege. So,
Yeah,
which was kind of a big thing because All Might was the number one in the world, was in America, and then her. That's a big thing for her.
All right, one more point. All right, and in solo leveling, the ratio of S class heroes that you have to, like, I guess, like the strength of your country
yeah,
is like it is proportional, right? So they made it seem as though Japan, had the most S rank hunters, but we saw how that went. We saw them niggas really went about that life. Like
Right.
they really went about that shit.
They
Um,
were until they
it-
got up with Biru.
but Korea had also a similar comparable number of S class heroes as well. But you remember what they said about it was another country. It was like a country in the Middle East that only had like one S class hero, and then you had the China. China had the most S. I think they had the most S class heroes, and they had a national level hunter. And your
Yeah,
America had a national level hunter as well. And so I don't think Korea had a national level hunter. And so I was just thinking that okay, in solo leveling the Korea maybe not was the one that had the best or the work like the most dangerous whatchamacallits. Where did Kamish land in solo leveling? Where was he? You remember Kamish the dragon that they said almost like destroyed everything? It took like all like the whole world had to unite to fight against him. This is before the
It went
series
in
started.
Japan.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Because you
Oh,
remember
damn,
you
maybe
remember
I
can't
Thomas
remember
you
remember.
that.
remember Thomas Andre was the one who had the dagger and all that. But all that's to say, man, is that
It's been a while.
in My Hero Academia, I'm thinking that, man, you're right. The story's told in the vacuum. We only get Japan's story. We don't really get a lot of the other parts of the world. But they
Because
don't
as
they
world breaking as Shigaraki was, it really just only affected just that city.
but everybody around the world was watching, looking by. And you remember what they mentioned? They said that they were waiting to see what happens because if Shigaraki won, they would make a deal with him instead of trying to fight against him.
Because he was stronger than any villain that they may have had in their country. Like they
And
had
that's
villains over there.
Yeah.
and that's my point. That was what I was trying to loop around
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
is that Shigaraki are all for one, interchangeable, being so strong as he was, and his prime, he ruled over Japan, but he had allies in other countries. When everything hit the fan, all the other countries was gonna be willing to side with Shigaraki just
That's crazy
to
too.
make sure that their countries did not fall.
Because all they had to do was just help Japan, and this would have been over.
But they
Well,
didn't want to get involved. You know, the U.S. said that they didn't want to get involved. They said they want to
It's,
get involved with another country's affairs.
it's politics, bro. It's the
Yeah,
same
It
man.
is
politics. It's the same
politics, but
politics we
that
see
politics
in
was
the
about to
world
end the
today.
world. You think They really think Shigaraki was just
Yeah.
gonna stop there? Like they
no,
really thought that?
that's not
Well, no,
realistic
because
scenario.
Shigaraki wanted to destroy everything. He didn't
That's
want
what I'm
he
saying.
didn't want to rule
They
over it. He wanted to
no,
destroy
they thought
everything.
he just wanted to rule. That's what I'm thinking in my mind.
Yeah,
We know what Shigaraki wanted. They thought he was gonna really stop just in Japan.
because they thought All for One was in control of him. But
Well, man,
And
they
they
was
thought
wrong.
All
they thought
Might
All
was
for
gonna
One
get
was in control.
yeah, and they thought All Might was gonna have it under control. But remember, that
Yeah,
nobody they watched everything on TV nationally.
yeah,
They didn't really
Yeah,
know about All Might not being All Might anymore.
yeah.
yeah, they didn't.
They did keep that a
Well,
secret.
and think about this too. So, like, over the years, when All for One was in power, and like how I don't even know how many years he was in power, right? They had that fight, All for One and All Might had that fight. They thought he was gone, and then out of nowhere, he shows back up, and within a year is like a world power and like a world symbol of fear. So like, and All Might's not in the picture. Everybody knows at this point All Might's out. You know, he can't do it anymore. So I
100
mean,
to
what hope do
150
you got
years, bro.
besides this like 14-year-old kid who barely knows what he's doing?
Yeah, Bo is 100 to 150 years was his reign.
God, calm down, Grandpa. Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
See,
crazy.
I don't know, and
It's an
I
interesting
would
topic.
say that's probably one of my biggest beefs that came with My Hero Academia. Like I said, I texted somebody at the end. It's like it ended for me when Deku kept trying to be Shigaraki's friend, and I understand that. Like you wanted a happy ending. I don't want that. The dude kept telling you to his face that, bro, I don't want nothing but to kill everybody and everything. And here you are. I'm going to save you because I saw a tear. Oh, fuck that. Fuck him up. Fuck
I
him
agree
I,
with
up.
Broad on this one. This
I
is the
mean,
one thing that shonen always does that I feel
Yep.
like they get wrong is they'll have multiple episodes where they try to drag out somebody trying to be somebody else's friend.
but but
People,
but
everybody don't want to be the protagonist's friend.
but y'all are reducing the impact. Like, okay, all right, think about it. Anime is the story of you typically behind one character's eyes, right? Deku's main character is told from his story, right?
Right.
How many motherfuckers tried to kill Shigaraki before Deku even got to him?
But they ain't the
No,
protagonist though.
No,
but
but
that's
here
the
what I'm
thing.
trying to tell you, I'm trying to
It's
say is
not
that
that.
that mentality is very limited in any of these anime world that we watch. That mentality is very, very, very limited.
Well,
Like
it's
same
not
thing
that.
as in DC Comics. Superman is the one of the only people who really strongly believes in this no killing policy.
This is why I'm a Green Lantern fan.
So you can't like I mean you can say yeah for the story wise who's telling the story, who's the main character, that is some bullshit and it sucks, and I agree with y'all. I'm just saying that a lot of these characters in these shows don't
Oh,
give a fuck. Mirko was about to kill Shigaraki in that basement when she had the opportunity. She said, "I cannot let this nigga wake up." She's about to kill him. I swear, God,
this
she
is
got. I
why
swear,
I
God, she's about
like
to kill him.
Sun Jin Woo. Sun Jin Woo ain't trying to be your friend.
Yeah,
Zero
And this is,
Because Sun
hey,
Jin Woo
hey,
has his purpose is to protect his mom and his sister. That's all he
hey,
yeah,
cares about.
Yes.
yeah.
hey,
Everybody
David.
else
Hey,
We could do that.
sees the good in every other anime protagonist sees
David.
the good in everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, David. I'll even one up your comment. You ready? You ready? I'm about to really shit on MHA right now. This is the reason why Tanjiro would be a better at the end, a better main character than Deku.
Better MC.
Nah,
And
man.
why is that?
Hey
Yeah,
man,
both of them's crybabies. No.
Bakugo.
So we gotta go act like when Akaza got his head cut off and he was about to regenerate. Tanjiro wasn't just like they couldn't do nothing about that shit. He was about to regenerate his head. He only died because he had a realization that he didn't want to keep living, and he decided to let go. Akaza let them
But
win.
uh,
Akaza let
but
them win.
you but at
But
the same
But
time,
but but
what
but
was the
Tanjiro. What I'm saying no, Tanjiro is not any better than Deku because Tanjiro is also soft-hearted.
he
And
is
I,
in the
what I agree with you, bro, in this whole idea is that these soft-hearted MCs are almost always trash in that way because these niggas is risking lives for the sake of their
People
own
get hurt.
ideals, their own
every
Yeah,
ideals.
yeah.
villain is redeemable until the MC has somebody close to them that gets touched.
Exactly. Yeah.
Muzan was only on the chopping block because he slaughtered Tanjiro's entire family. I guarantee you, had it been anybody else
Hmm.
that it happened to, Tanjiro would not have been as involved
I'm
if
about
he
I'm about
hadn't
to
had to go through Muzan.
Yeah.
See,
I'm
but
about to
I
answer this.
appreciate that. Like if you're Tanjiro, kill Muzan, man.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm
He's
about to
not
hit
he
you with
don't
one
have
of these.
redeemable qualities.
you about to what?
I'm about to hit him with one of these.
That's
You know,
crazy.
you know who would hate
Change your
Tanjiro?
heart.
You know who
Put
would
the
hate
change your heart card.
Yeah.
our girl
Yeah.
Farron? She don't like no demons.
Yeah, she don't see no redeemable qualities. You
She
know,
keeps that.
Some
there's
people
no
don't
redeemable
have
qualities.
redeemable qualities.
There's no
And so
redeemable.
I feel like it's the same trope that they get into a lot. And when it happens, it's cool. But for it to always happen, they gotta relax.
Look, our morality versus anime morality is very skewed too because what you just said, like like Freeing didn't like she didn't fuck with the demons. Like once you start eating humans, I don't see too much reason to just be like, oh, like I can change you. Like you've been eating humans. Like
Okay.
it can't we can't do so I say this to say the soft-hearted MC trope that we've seen in some series. I think that is very limited. I think that most characters, whether they're side characters, ancillary characters, whatever you want to call them, I think most characters have a sense of common sense that overrules their values because we have seen in multiple different anime where characters have said, I cannot let this thing or this person live, I have to kill them now, or else they could potentially destroy everything, kill people I care about, XYZ. Trunks
It
was about to
just,
blow up Dr. Giro Lab. He did blow up Dr. Giro Lab.
but
He said,
he ain't the he
I
wasn't the
cannot,
main MC.
but he
We
said,
need our main MCs to have that kind of energy.
I don't think that's gonna be the case because the story
Like
that's
even
that's
Goku
not how you're
tried to
supposed to
wish
write your
back
story.
Boo
And,
and ooh, you know what I'm saying?
and he did,
That's what
and
I'm
it worked out,
saying.
and it worked out, and it worked out. But I'm just saying that if you tell the story from a different perspective, some of these motherfuckers is out here like I cannot let you go.
Yeah.
Like I cannot let you walk free. I gotta kill you. And
I like
there
my
it is.
MC to have Gabi Maro
That,
energy,
that,
yo.
and damn be me. You could arrest me for being a vigilante, taking justice into my own hands. That you should have got a fair trial. All this shit. This is why, like in the real world, I mean, I appreciate the justice system, but also I'm like, some shit I see it happen. I see the individual's guilty and they get away with 10, 15, 20 years, right? And I'm just like, nah, like execute that nigga, like execute that nigga, bring back execution.
This is where
Some,
Punisher
some
comes
shit,
in handy.
and I like the Punisher
We
as a
need a Frank
character.
Castle.
I
Like
like the
we need a Frank
Punisher
Castle.
because
Yeah.
some shit just can't slide. Some shit got to be cut off
Yeah.
at from the beginning to save
The
lives.
judicial system
And so
has always been faulty.
the Joker should have never been allowed to live past the first
No.
time that he started doing all the shit that he was doing.
I got a
The mass
question.
killing.
That's
I
why
got a
we like
question.
Jason Todd.
Yeah,
I was just thinking about this today at work actually,
yeah,
and I don't know what brought it up, but I'm glad you guys are talking about this. So
yeah,
Ang, right?
yeah. That's a good
Straight
example.
up, his past lives are like, nah, kill this dude, and he takes a Fire Lord Ozai's bending. What happens to Ozai? I'm assuming that he dies in some.
They locked him up in prison.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he's
and
He died in prison.
but
I
what
I
happened? Because they did the same thing with the Order of the Red
I,
Lotus.
I think whatchamacallit was like going back and visiting him or whatever. Zuko, like Zuko was going
Zuko.
back and visiting his father, like not like on some like I love you dad type shit, but like he was that I guess like his way of
And
going back and trying to yeah,
See, that makes
his way
sense.
of getting his character development. But
but it's
I agree with you though that what's Avatar Kyoshi.
yeah, she
I'm
said
on
kill
that type of time. I'm on
Yes.
that type of time. Like Kiyoshi was like, kill him. Like, what do you like?
But
What do
what made
you?
Ozai so bad was his firepower. But when you take
Yeah,
that away from him, he was harmless. Like
yeah.
if you could render somebody harmless, I'm down for that. You don't got to kill them, but just don't try to be their friend. You don't
but
have to.
here's a question too. So like when we saw it, that was kind of foreshadowing, I believe. So if you guys watch Korra, right?
Yeah,
Of
The big
course.
yeah,
the big bad's at the end of Korra. Has everybody watched it all the way through? I don't want to spoil anything.
yeah,
of
So
course.
the Order of the Red Lotus, all super powerful benders except for Homeboy, the bald dude. I can't remember his name. He wasn't a bender at first,
yeah,
and then he became an airbender. Um, but it's the same thing. Like they lock him up, and then okay, now we're out, and we're literally bringing some world-ending shit to your table.
yeah.
Eat up,
Mm-hmm.
kill him.
Yeah, yeah. I agree, bro. Look, it's I don't know where this all started. I don't know history
Yo,
too
I ain't
well.
gonna lie. I'm glad you mentioned that because Aang's son was handling all of them for a moment there.
Oh, Tenzin,
Tenzin was
It's
hanging
Tenzin,
with him.
goat.
so I
I'm
think
like 1-on-1. They couldn't beat him 1-on-1. Not one of
but
them.
before we proceed to because we ain't even talked about Sins to be a Hero yet, and we ain't talked
Woo.
about Hell's Paradise yet. But I was gonna say before we continue, I just want to propose I guess a thought like right is that I don't know at what point in history that this became a thing, um, but the whole idea of justice needing to be served through punishment as like being put in jail and things like that. It's like instead of like executions for heinous crimes, we put you in jail or servitude for the rest of your life. you know I don't know when that became a thing, but anime has adopted that whole thought process, right? And you got
Mm-hmm.
villains in anime who have done heinous things that were given the freedom to walk away by soft-hearted anime main characters that should have been put down right then and there. And do y'all think that these soft-hearted main characters, that their sense of justice is almost like showing us how warped our thought processes are when it comes to certain crimes that get committed that require trials and all this XYZ stuff? Is that, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
I think
Goku let Frieza walk away in the Broly movie. You remember that? Goku let Frieza go away, knowing that Frieza was alive and Frieza could do all this damage to the universe.
I
He
mean,
let him
Frieza
walk
did
away.
help him a lot, though. Frieza helped him a lot. You
in
you
that
kind of you
moment,
got to
though.
give Frieza a pass on
I
that
don't
one.
give no, I don't give Frieza no passes. Nah, no. What
To,
you
to
what?
be fair, the only thing that kept Frieza doing good is the fact that Beerus could have just snapped his fingers and blipped him out of existence, and he knew
And
it.
and that's true. And so I mean, I mean about Frieza late low, but I'm just saying just Frieza's track record as a whole. Frieza
That's true.
should have never been allowed to walk away from anything. You know, like first opportunity you got to kill him. Sensei Afterlife. He should have never. I would have brought Yamcha to the tournament of power before I brought Frieza. But
Oh shit.
but I
He
mean,
said he wanted to
but
see
my
a dead body.
but I'm just telling you my morals. I would not have brought Frieza back to life to help me do shit. Y'all really would y'all bring back a murderer, a genocidal murderer?
Well, at that point, morals weren't a thing. It was more of a, hey, our universe is about to be wiped out. We need the
We
strongest
need
people. We don't need the
everybody.
most.
Like
We don't
Frieza.
need the most.
Would
We
you
don't
do?
need
Would you do
morals
it? Would you
to
do it?
win this fight.
Would you
What do
do
you
it?
mean? Would
Yeah,
I do it?
Would
It
you bring?
doesn't
Would
matter.
you?
moral.
Would you bring Frieza back?
Would I do it?
Would you?
If
Absolutely.
he's the
For the
one,
simple
if
fact,
he,
Mm,
so you
The
gotta put.
enemy of
Listen,
my
I
enemy,
wouldn't.
right?
listen,
I wouldn't.
listen. No, listen. But you're forgetting the one tidbit detail of him that's not influencing your decision. What was at risk?
I
Oh
mean,
well, yeah.
no, I know the part that I'm talking about is the promise that he made him to do after they won. You remember when he was down there in hell and talking to Frieza, he said, "I am willing to give you your life back if you
Yeah, but
win."
my thing is
That
give
that
him
that
his like.
that is the problem right there. Is
Listen,
but
listen.
if they don't
Give
okay?
him
win,
give.
Frieza no longer exists. No longer does anybody else. So it's
Yeah,
either
and
But you
then
a
gotta
let's
hear me.
get
You gotta hear me out, though, man. I'm trying to say we're not talking about the result of the tournament of power. I'm talking about the point of going to someone like him and you're requesting his help,
so
knowing
so
everything he has done, and you're
yeah.
saying, and you're
So
not only doing that, but you're saying that I'm willing to give you your life back. It will be tantamount to a pardon for the most heinous villain ever in the history of man.
but
You're
I
Frieza
would
didn't
have
giving
want
brought
to
him
you're
do
back
it.
giving
with
him
a
his life back.
stipulation. I
Frieza
would have
didn't
brought
want to
him back
do
with
it
a stipulation.
he
until that
did.
was brought up on the table.
I
No,
think
no, my personal
Exactly.
one.
at this
I would
point,
have brought him back, and I would have been like, if I when I wish him back, I'm like, hey, I'm wishing this person back, but he could never be stronger than me. Like I would add that in, he wouldn't even know
Even then, bro, even then you gotta think about it. You talking about Goku,
because you can't
Vegeta,
trust
and
him.
the rest of the universe. Even if you couldn't trust them, are they gonna beat? Is Frieza gonna beat Goku, Vegeta, and the rest of the rest of them?
It,
No. Frieza has
it,
been beat at every turn, other
it's
than at
it's
Well,
the
I
it's
end
mean,
of.
through
it's
plot armor, no, he's not going to beat him. But I get what FM is saying. You
it's
can't
fu-
trust this
it's
guy.
fun. It's funny because we followed through with it too. Like we you remember we took his Halo and he was like, oh, he's like, oh, shit, it's like, yeah, like like this is your reward, and it's like, motherfuckers, this should never been on the table. Y'all bring it back up. Yeah, man, this nigga did destroy planets and civilizations. Like, what are y'all doing? But I mean, I don't know. Because then we talk about like later on, what's his name? The guy,
Black Frieza.
no, the guy they fought in the arc before
Oh,
in the last arc,
Broly,
huh?
Broly.
Oh no, in the manga,
You're not talking about Moro or
no,
Granola.
no,
Moro.
the guy that they fought in the manga, in the last arc of the manga, the one who wished himself to be the strongest human. I'm sorry,
Granola.
stronger,
Granola.
Granola is
This motherfucker's named
exactly
Granola.
Granola. Yeah, it's in the manga, the Dragon Ball Super manga. But Granola was pissed off. He knew, like, you motherfuckers sided with Frieza. I done seen y'all with Frieza. I come on now, what? Like y'all silent free. I keep you. I cannot associate myself with Frieza in no type of way with my conscience still being there, just
So
so I can save the
so
universe.
let me
I'm sorry,
so
bro. I just can't.
so
I
you're
just
so let me hold on, let me ask you. So hold on, Bo. I think you had something before. Let me.
yeah.
Did you have something before?
I was just gonna say, I think it starts at like the studio itself or whoever's
Yeah.
writing this, because we all know how influential anime is. Like
Yeah.
the whole topic of what we're talking about is like
Yeah.
forgiving or like being sensitive to these people, right?
Yeah.
Um, but like if we're looking at that, I think it starts at the writers and like the studios that this comes from, because we know how influential it is. They want people. They don't want people to be like, "Nah, dude, murder these people." Like, I mean, there's a lot of examples around the world, especially right now with Freyrin. Like, there's a dude at a convention put out a fire by himself at a convention, dressed as Himmel the Hero. Why did he do it? You know what he told him? Because that's what Himmel the Hero would do. It's so influential, but they don't want to put out the wrong message, so they're putting out these messages that are like, hey, maybe you should give people another chance, or you should be more forgiving or understanding. So
If you
See,
were
Yo,
put
people
in,
let me
crazy
ask.
today.
So let
yeah,
me ask you. So let me ask you this, Infam.
yeah,
Knowing that, knowing that the universe was on the line. Two things, by the way. Knowing that the universe was on the line, you wouldn't bring him back. Knowing that he's a top 10 fighter, and you had to risk your. You're bringing Yamcha instead. You
man.
basically.
because
You
Yamcha is too
basically.
crazy.
Frieza done some fucked up shit, bro. I just can't. I just can't, man.
So and so, with that being
I
said,
can't
So
sleep. I
you
can't.
would
I can't.
you would
I,
rather
I, I, I can't sleep good at night knowing that we saved the universe and that this nigga life get to have his life
but
back.
you can beat him. You have the ability to kill him again. Like so, it's kind of like
No,
a.
we literally seen that how that played out. Now he's Black Frieza and he's stronger than them. You
So,
see
but
how
I'm
it played
saying so.
out?
So
Frieza is a prodigy among prodigies. You
yeah, but
that's cocky. That's cocky
he also
thinking
got like
to
robo
think
guts.
that
So like,
no he don't not no more. You know he wishes his whole body back. But this is what I'm talking about. It's like I'm saying he has his life back now. So if you are nothing short of going out and looking for him so you can kill him again, you wrong to me. But I mean, it like that's what I'm saying is they gave him his life back. I'm assuming that the conditions of that is I can't kill you right now again because otherwise it's though like it's mute point. It's like but they let him walk free. He has his life back. Now he gets to do whatever he wants to do again. And I'm just like I can't sleep good at
so
night
let me
knowing that my
so,
universe is safe and that this nigga's out there in the universe doing everything that he wants to do. Because I
so
know
let
that
me ask you. So let me ask you this real quick. Last question before we move on,
yeah,
and I'm gonna play on a. I'm gonna use my social work card for this.
yeah.
Knowing what you know in Death Note, was L wrong?
Was L wrong?
hey, no,
Sorry, not L, but was
You
what's
thought
the
you
name
thought
wrong?
you thought was light? You thought it was light wrong?
Yeah, it was like y'all get me
like
wrong.
Hell
Tommy.
no. Hell
So
no.
why? So I mean, in other people's eyes, he's a murderer because why is he playing God?
Because playing God, and it's gonna be a hot take. Don't nobody be mad at me. Playing God is subjective based upon what exactly you're doing in playing God. Because when you talk about, let's just say, how about this? Your person that you love most in this world die, and you can bring them back, but you define the laws of like the natural laws of the world, right? By bringing somebody back to life, that's not supposed to happen. You playing God, is that wrong?
I mean, it's
Morally.
not your. I don't know.
It,
It's just one of those. Is
it,
like
it,
you can
so,
play devil advocate of both
so
ways.
I'm just
That's
saying.
the
So
reason why I was just saying.
what I'm saying is that I don't think that he's wrong because I think that the intent, the intent was justice. The intent was justice, of course, but as we know, justice in our world, that is not right. You cannot play God. You cannot take life and death into your own hands, so on and so forth. But I am not like that. Like I said today, David, I'm Punisher mindset. If I gotta make the world better by going out there and doing get my hands a little dirty, I might have to get my hands a little dirty. Of course,
Isn't that what Goku did though?
To who?
He got his hands a
Yeah.
little bit dirty.
To who?
He had to get it. He bring it back.
He had
Frieza.
his hand to get
He
Vegeta
did
back.
what was
It's the
necessary.
same concept. It's the same concept.
Oh, okay. Look, and then
It's the same concept.
if that's the case, then it's the same concept. Then we are more aligned than I originally was making it seem. But that's not
Looking
getting
at
my.
how the
That's not getting
tournament
my.
played out,
Yeah.
Frieza played a big part in that, and
Yeah.
I don't think they could have got that shit done without him.
But
Yeah,
that's a risk
easily.
too. That's a risk too, because Frieza just as well could have been like, "Damn, that's crazy." Took a dive, and then the universe would have been destroyed.
Frieza not did
But
not
Frieza values
did,
his
did,
life overall.
didn't Frieza knock one of their teammates out? Gohan? Didn't Frieza not Gohan out? Didn't Frieza knock Gohan out?
Frieza knocked everybody out at one point in time. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, Gohan. I don't think. No, Gohan was
I
just.
forgot how
doing
that
all
went.
his
Frieza
bitch
did do
stuff.
some shady shit though.
Frieza put his hands on everybody in the series.
Yeah, he fought. He
But
fought
we're talking about
Goku
in the
and
tournament.
Vegeta. He fought Goku and Vegeta during the tournament.
Yeah.
Frieza did some.
But
Frieza did some shady shit
Yeah.
during the tournament. But all right,
But
well, I
yeah.
mean, whatever. All right, so all right, then I will concede. I will say that yeah, we probably more aligned that you gotta get your hands dirty. You gotta break a couple eggs to get your job done.
Yeah.
I think that where I'm willing to break some eggs, y'all might not be willing. Same thing, vice versa. Is that we breaking eggs in different places to get a solution or a job done.
Yeah, we're
Um,
more closer than we are apart.
but yeah, like I said, I align more with Punisher mentality. I get the job done, break some eggs, make the world a better place. Like Yagami, similar idea.
Yeah. Only when the system fails.
I've
If the
expressed
system
demo
fails, then
multiple. Yeah, I've expressed demo multiple times. Lelouch from Code Geass and Aaron from Attack on Titan. Same thing, bruh. Villains, justified villains to me, because the end goal that they had in mind was subjectively, just specific to them, was a beneficial ending to them. Maybe not for everybody. Lelouch ended up benefiting everybody, but Aaron, would have protected everybody on Paradise Island and destroyed everything else. That's the people he care about, though. Protect all the people he care about, destroy the rest of the world.
mm,
You know,
mm.
I don't know, man. Would to save the United States, would you destroy the whole world? I mean, you don't got to answer. Y'all got to answer that. You don't got to answer that. That's we don't got to answer that. But
Do we
yeah,
get since
it's the same thing, bro.
I feel like we've
since we coming
definitely
up since
rabbit hole.
I'm gonna say FM
Yeah.
since we coming up
Alright.
on our 2 hours, do you want to end on Sentence to Be a Hero?
Yeah, man. Since Big Hero, Hell's Paradise. Did y'all watch those?
I
Yeah.
watched
This to be
Hell's
Hero is
Paradise.
fire.
I did not watch Sentence to Be a Hero.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
That's
you don't
right.
understand about calling CPS on the heroes.
No. Y'all
Ooh,
have to let me know what happened.
man.
David,
It
you
was-
can summarize it.
Listen, man, it's a fake show, but children were harmed.
Oh my
So
god.
basically, it starts off after they're talking about what happened in the alley and stuff like that. And basically they had a meeting about, hey, too many people knew what was going on and where we was at. So they had a meeting about it. Hey, this might go all the way up to the top, or if not the top, somebody know what the hell's going on, and we need to do an investigation. That's kind of where we are about midway through the episode. And then, damn, what's the main character's name? It start with an X.
Xylo.
Xylo.
Yeah,
Xylo, right? So Xylo meets up with his they find out that the guild might have something to do with it. And then you find out the dude at the guild got a whole bunch of kid assassins.
Yep.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? And he's like, yo, we need to stop them because they're investigating us. We can't let them find out what we're doing. So then Xylo, he ended up meeting up with his fiance. Why she's in the city, not really sure. But they'll probably explain that. And if they did, I missed it somehow, but I'm gonna watch it again. They were having a conversation, and then basically, a knock on the door. These kids tried to come in there and lay waste to everybody, which is a dope ass fight scene, by the way. But yeah, you got to see it.
The wall was kind of cool.
Yeah, to do with that little Gatling gun. Yo, I ain't gonna front. He was turning the Gatling gun too, and just he looked up, his arm flying in the air. I know he was like, "Oh shit!" Like it's a dope ass fight
them little
scene.
kids got their ass whooped.
But they didn't kill none of the kids, but they did beat their ass though.
They did.
But
Yeah,
it's a really good episode. But that's kind of where we are. Oh, and they did do a little backstory about the dude who flies dragons.
Dota,
So it
that
gives
shit
you,
was so
yeah,
good. That shit
it
was
gives you
really
more
good.
backstory on what was going on and why he did what he did. And of course, they showed the church, doing some shady shit again. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, they show his little court scene like they did Xylo before,
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
actually get his backstory.
yeah, that shit pissed me off, bro, because he was talking like everything he was saying, and they was just like not listening. They was not listening to him.
But
He
it
was
was
like,
purposeful too, man.
because he was like, I'm trying to save this guy. Like, go talk to him. I was saving him. I was doing like he was like,
Yeah.
tell him. They was like, yeah. They was like, nah. They was like,
And
no,
then they were going to execute him, but the dude was like, "It
nah.
comes from the top. Like we're gonna basically turn him into a hero." And dude was like,
And you could tell in the way they were saying it, that shit was shady as hell. And I
Yeah,
was
the
like,
whole shit seemed faulty, yo. If y'all seen Game of Thrones, it always remind me of when Tyrion was on trial and they didn't even let him
yeah,
defend himself. It
yeah,
always remind me of that. You just sit there and you just let them accuse
yeah,
you of shit and you can't even defend yourself.
Crazy.
I'll give you a nugget to think
yeah,
about here.
yeah.
You think because the church, I don't know why with a lot of animes the church is always behind it. It's always the church.
Yeah.
But do you think the church is selecting these people? Do
that
you think the church is selectively picking people to make heroes for whatever reason?
Bo,
I think it's gonna be a
Bo,
sacrificial. It's gonna be one of them sacrificial lamb type shits.
Bo, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, Bo. That's what I've been thinking too, and what like it seems like the people that they're selecting to be heroes are people whose crimes are ambiguous or even not really legitimately crimes, but more so just against the agenda of the church. So
always against the
Or
agenda of the
something
church.
or something that they can cover up because Xylo got the mission to do whatever it was, and all of a sudden the orders for that mission just disappeared when it comes from a
Right.
holy
and,
They
person.
don't
and,
even recognize his unit. They was like, that unit never existed.
but when you look at Xylo crime of killing the goddess, but you remember he explained why he killed the goddess was to prevent another demon lord from being born, through that. And
With
so,
her
Well,
powers.
how
no, that never happens
and
ever.
yeah, and so it's like, you look at that, if you just look at any of them, who all the people who we've been introduced to so far, it seems like it's always something that's a subjective understanding of how, like who was in the wrong, because the church, like I said, their agenda might be, we don't want to let this information out, or the church might be like, well, what your goal conflicts with our goal, like it's always something that seems like that they are manufacturing. And so I think that yes, they are choosing these people, probably not specifically these individuals, like, but more so like, something comes across your desk and you look at it and read it and you like,
Yeah.
this could be a hero. This could be a
Yeah.
hero. Let me get
I
this.
feel
Let me
like
get
they
this guy.
choose a lot of people with like a strong moral compass.
Yeah.
So, like, if you have a strong moral compass and you did something that, of course, is against their agenda, because whatever they got going on with the prince's dad, like, I guess the way the boy was talking about, like,
Yeah.
yo, he's the only person that's like justified who hasn't been compromised, and
Yeah.
he was trying to save him. So
Yeah.
now you're looking at it like, yo, I'm
It-
curious to what their actual, because they never, we still don't know what the agenda is yet,
well, the
but we're getting
sniper.
close.
Well, the sniper wasn't really didn't he wasn't like a super good guy, but also, they remember they like conned him. They like conned him into accepting the hero punishment. You remember, like
Well,
they
remember,
like
he ain't wanted though, man.
yeah
He was like, oh,
yeah
hell no.
he didn't
I
want it.
think I think at the base of this, have you guys watched what is it, Darling in the Franks?
Yeah, I watched that. I
I
really
think
like
we're
that
looking at
series.
that sort of scenario here. I
Okay.
think the church is embedded with this demon blight, and they are their own BBEG. And there's going to be a twist at the end that's going to be like, hey, the church, because what's his face, the guy that calls the shots for the hero group,
Hmm.
he was writing tabloids, and they were
Yeah.
like, oh, the royal family's actually demons, and they're like, yeah, well, we don't like people being right. And he's like, what?
Yeah.
So
I mean that could be a possibility. Hold 1 second. Hey, oh, it doesn't matter now. I was gonna say that could be a possibility that the demons could be higher up the food chain, and my only other support for that is that when they were talking when the guy that they were talking the people from the previous episode that was in the alleyway, when they were at the very beginning of the episode, they were talking, and um she said that she thinks that he could be a demon lord, like that the guy, who could stretch his arm and all this shit, he could be a demon lord. And we know that some demons, I guess, like the higher up the chain you are, the more humanoid you are. So I could see
Mm.
that being a possibility, that the higher up the food chain, some of these folks probably are non-distinguishable from regular people. And if that's the case, then could end up in a position where
So I wonder what the guild has to do with it now too.
this
Apparently they're in bed with the church and something with the demons. So I wonder what part the guild plays in it now.
this could all be way more political than just like evil versus good.
It
you know
always is though. It's
yeah,
always a Game of
there,
Thrones,
there's
man.
never a black and white. There's got to be a degree of gray,
yeah,
always.
Yeah.
yeah.
But you would wonder why. Like if you're already in power, why do you need demons around? But that might not even be the case. But
the
we're
end,
gonna find out.
the end goal, which might be like resurrecting some demon lord, or resurrecting, like it. You know how
Yeah.
that go. You know how that go. It's
But
like everything is always to push an end goal, like a big grand scheme, towards fruition, a
true.
prophecy or something. So I don't know, but Hell's Paradise. Everybody watch that?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Speaking of Game of Thrones, if you haven't watched it, you can watch this week's episode and you'll catch the reference.
You talking
But
Oh,
about?
you talking about
speak of
Night of
the
the Kingdoms?
incest,
Oh,
Oh,
Night of the Seven
incest.
Kingdoms.
you're talking about the new. You talking about the new Game of Thrones?
No, I'm
The Night
talking
of the Seven
about.
Kingdoms, or
Oh
No,
no,
no, no.
oh
Hold
no,
on.
he's talking
I'm
about
talking
Hell's
about a
Paradise.
reference. I'm talking about Hell's
oh,
Paradise in reference to
oh,
Game of
oh,
Thrones.
oh,
Ooh,
oh.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
haven't
yeah,
watched
yeah.
Hell's Paradise, there's a incest episode happening right before your face.
yeah, I didn't
Oh
watch the
no,
whole
it's
thing, but I did see exactly.
It's
you got that
I
part.
did see, yeah, I got the portion that he saw. He talking about.
Who's the
it's
dude with the hook for a hand? Whatever his name is? This was
um
like a little bit of his backstory
Yeah,
and the
actually
other two
kind of,
people.
and actually he goes off too. Like this new episode is just nothing but straight hands.
I'm be honest with you,
And
dog. He is into self mutilation, and I don't know if I'm
did you
rocking
see?
with
I don't,
it.
I don't know,
Did you
bro.
see? Did you watch it?
Yeah, he going yeah he. I saw,
I mean,
I saw it,
he
bro.
could have just closed his eyes, right? He could have just
No,
closed his eyes
no,
Bro, bro
no,
really had
no.
ADHD.
This
because
anime,
the other eye still works. It just got blood in it.
this anime,
I'm not
this
gonna lie.
anime,
From the
David. We don't, you just close your eyes. You can still open them.
from the
That's true,
outside,
but
this sounds very, very, very odd. Watch out
dog,
for that.
it's just a one episode. If you haven't, Hell's Paradise is amazing. It's more like Hell's Sacrifice, but you will definitely like it.
Okay, but for real though, I'm telling you, I think that he had to pull his eye out, because if you were to just close your eyes and say, "I'm gonna train like this until I can, you know, use my other senses in a better way," you still know you can open your eyes. It's the same thing.
Yep.
It's the same thing as Daredevil. Daredevil only got his powers because he was able to, cut off all
Don't
that,
get don't
cut
get
off.
broad started about Daredevil again.
Well,
We know
no,
how he feels.
we already know how that. Yeah, I already know how Broad feel.
Yeah,
I'm just
bro.
saying that
How he feel,
Daredevil can't see, so all his other
bro? You do
senses are
need to watch Born
amplified.
Again, though.
He ain't gonna watch it, but
You
I,
definitely should. It's
but
amazing.
all your other senses are amplified because you lose one.
That's
right?
true.
And so, but so just cutting it off, like closing your eyes or closing your ears, I don't think works the same way because you still have it. You just are, suppressing it. So I think that he had
Yes.
to take his eye out of his socket. He had to take his eye out
That was crazy.
because that created the what do you call it? Now this is an anime thing. This is not a real life thing, but it created the what do y'all call that shit? Like where you're on the brink of like death, or you're on the brink of like you're in danger or something,
Oh,
and
yeah, I know you're talking
and
about.
it's like that type of situation where you are literally adapting in real time because the danger is so great that you could potentially die. I think that
Yeah.
that is what happened is that
It's like
he
survival instinct.
yeah, it's survival instinct. He had to adapt in that moment or else die. And so that's why he
Yep.
pulled his eye out and he could immediately see that towel.
Yeah,
So
adapt or
yeah,
die. But they didn't have to though.
I think he had to,
I
bro.
just felt like that was insane.
I think
I
he had
still
to, man.
enjoyed it.
I
The
don't
fight
think
was
I thought it
dope.
was.
I don't
I
think he
thought it
could
was
have unlocked
hilarious.
that. I don't think he could have unlocked that level of power without losing the sense.
Yeah.
So now he's functionally blind until he cleans his other eye out. He is functionally blind, and now he can see Tao.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a setup for another great episode for more fights to come.
Yo, the fights has been amazing. Like shout out, kudos to them. That shit was fire. I just didn't like the eye pull thing, but I'm thinking he should be disciplined enough as a warrior to be
That
like, let me
that
focus.
that's what got you, not the brother or sister fucking.
Yeah, but I watched Game of Thrones. I watched all 8
Exactly.
seasons.
There
So
you go.
yeah,
Never mind.
I'm a little more numb to that weird shit they be trying to pull. And a lot of animes we watch be having a lot of that brother sister kind of feeling each other a little too much.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm desensitized to that shit. I seen
Yeah, I am too.
I seen in so much anime, bro. Look, I'll tell you this, man. This shit is kind of sound crazy.
Being
Uh,
desensitized to incest is wild.
not desensitized to incest. I'm talking about just
And,
like
and
this
y'all live in the South too.
this is specifically anime. Okay, don't let's not bring it
Yeah.
into the real world. Um, I'm desensitized to the brother sister shit in anime. I'm desensitized to the little kids that look like little boys that look like girls. You know, what I'm talking about David. You know, what I'm talking about you
Yeah, I
remember
do.
like
That one I did. I won't watch.
you remember the little prince. You remember the one who could use the magic. And,
Yeah,
but he dressed like a girl and like
yeah.
like he was super feminine, but like he was a little boy. Like I
What do they
like
call them? Androgynous.
I mean, I guess you could say that. I mean, they're a kid, so it's like, yeah, like of course a little kid is gonna look like
I'm back. Can
not
y'all hear me?
developed. But you know what I'm trying
Yeah,
to say is like these
yeah. We can hear you.
weird ways, these weird ways that they do shit in anime, I become desensitized to it, bro. Because one, I don't know if this is part of their culture of how they do things in Japan or in other countries, and that's just a difference from how we see things and do things. But at this point, I mean,
That's annoying.
at this point, are you gonna boycott Hell's Paradise because they had incense? Incense?
No,
It's.
but
I'm
it just
glad
lets you
you
know how
brought.
twisted they are.
Yeah,
I'm glad you brought this up because there's a lot of that. Like you look at Overlord, there's twins, the boy that looks like the girl and the girl that looks like the boy.
yeah,
There's a lot of these weird things like in anime, like the incest, and then like all of this other shit, and then like there's the
the lowlies.
the trope with like the
All
fucking
right, I'm done.
characters
That's
that
getting
are like
annoying.
1,000 years old, but they look like they're fucking like 14.
Yeah,
Like I don't know what that is. What like
hey
I ain't gonna
man,
front.
I
It's
don't.
a part of that shit be going on.
well, and
I,
it affects like one of my favorite shows right now, and I hate
yeah,
like there for a while the biggest trope in the world with anime was isekais.
yeah,
It seemed like every week there was a new isekai come out. One
hmm
come out I really liked.
yeah.
Is Jobless Reincarnation.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
But
They've been under a lot of scrutiny.
yeah, and it's like the story itself is amazing. I loved the show itself, but like it does play into that trope, and it really gets you thinking, right?
Yeah, yeah, man. I was actually gonna mention you mentioned Konosuba earlier.
Mhm.
and Konosuba does a lot of that, a lot of that crazy shit. You know, like one of
Oh,
the main
oh,
characters is like a got that like a BDSM kink.
She.
You know,
oh, my girl Darkness.
yeah, darkness is
Darkness.
like you know,
Hey, she is easily one of my favorite characters in anime.
She's fucking
yeah,
goober. I love her.
you know, but I'm just saying like the tropes in Konosuba like are like very very very. Yeah, like I think I said before, like if you never watched Konosuba and you going into it blind, like you got to go into it without without you know you can't have like these strict moral like what's the word, you can't like you're like you got to let your moral, you got to leave your morals at the door because
Leave
like
your
what
moral high
like
ground. Yeah,
yeah
you got to come
like
on down.
Aqua's a scammer, you know, what you call it, the main character, he's a pervert, you
Kazuma.
know,
Yeah,
like
that's why I
like
resonate with
you
him
got
big
you
time.
know, darkness, BDSM kink, you know, like you got all these characters who really are just not like great individuals.
Well, and
Well,
look,
they're
Like,
good
it's
individuals. They just
funny,
have a
it's
little. They have a
funny.
quirk.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
well,
it's funny. It's all for humor, you know. But
Yes.
look at it this way too.
yeah,
So like the same things happen in the mainstream shows. The big one, Game of Thrones. You know,
yeah,
you've got, especially in like House of Dragons, you've got
mhm,
sibling marriages, things like that. And
yeah,
like, think the thing that George Martin put out about it was like it's
mhm,
a different kind of world, it's a different kind of values and stuff like that. You got to kind of
yeah,
you got to approach it with no high ground because of
yeah.
what the like the mainstays of this world is, and it's just so it's hard. It's hard to kind of find that middle ground because of the way that we are and the way that this fictitious world is too.
Have you played Elden Ring? The Elden Ring expansion, Shadow of the Earth Tree,
But
Bo?
let me tell you something.
You
There,
know
there,
the lore. Oh,
there one thing I do, and that's
yeah.
from soft games.
All right.
I do them all.
So you know the lore with
Nicola the Con-
yeah Mikola and Radon, uh they, you know, they're siblings, and you know it's like at the end you got to fight both of them, and it's, you know,
the promised consort.
yeah, they're together like, and they're like siblings.
Well, and
You know what though?
I think it's
I've been.
supposed to be a symbiotic thing. I don't think
Yeah,
it's meant as a literal consort. So, like,
yeah,
if you look at the Age of Stars ending as well, so
yeah,
like you are Ronnie's consort.
yeah.
Does that mean that you guys are like are y'all hitting it? Like it's
I mean, you know, consort. I don't know too many different ways that you can interpret consort as a you know, like from a definitional standpoint. But I do understand what you mean. Like the nuance of it is a little bit, you know, it could be more complicated. But I mean, consort, the definition is a wife, husband, or companion, in particular, the spouse of a reigning monarch.
yeah, and
You know,
I think they're focusing more on the
yeah,
companion bit of it
yeah, it
because
could be,
and and,
yeah,
and don't get me wrong too,
yeah.
Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne,
Got a lot
Sekiro.
of
By the way,
crazy lore.
Broad, you be playing Sekiro yet? Probably not.
Yeah, I played it. I'm playing that and Wulong right now.
But looking at the depth of the lore behind it, buddy, like you
Yeah,
find pieces of stories and a piece of equipment called a tattered waistcloth. You know the depth of it. So like again, it's
yeah.
just I guess it's a perception thing, really.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I this will be my last point on this part, you know, this topic. 'Cause I don't want to hold everybody up, but authors tread the line with their literature on a lot of different controversial topics, and maybe that's why anime creators, my dog is barking at me, I'm sorry,
Mm.
that's why anime creators can do the same, you know, manga authors can do the same, they can tread the line, because literature apparently like can transcend like controversy when it comes to certain topics, no matter how like, you know, immoral it is. But I mean, that's my point. I guess maybe
I
that's
got.
why it is because George R. R. Martin writes incest into his stories. You
I got
know,
a statement kind of in closing to
yeah,
add on to what you're saying.
yeah,
Because we live in America, I think that plays a big part in it. When you look at a lot of like royalty and stuff like that, they got a
yeah,
really big thing with keeping the bloodline pure.
Yep.
America, we don't do that shit. but
Yeah,
Well,
other places be doing that.
what
yeah.
was the king that was like three times inbred? King Henry or something like that, like the
It's
fifth.
one of them. Yeah,
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was-
yeah.
he was so like inbred, and this is rich coming from a dude from West Virginia, right?
yeah.
But
We live in
but like
Alabama, bro.
he was so inbred that like he had just straight mental deficiencies that affected his ability to rule,
Yeah.
and that's kind of why he got the you
Mad
know.
King. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's how you get those tropes. Like a lot of places a lot of other countries do that, especially, before this 21st century kind of 22nd century we in. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you go back far enough, it's some shit you be like, man, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I
And it
think
ain't for us to understand.
I think in literary and like in anime world, it's a good investment tool. And that sounds weird. Let me describe a little bit. So like you want your viewers to get automatically invested one way or the other, whether they like it or they don't like it. So like one of the biggest like investment things that I saw in an anime, episode one of Goblin Slayer.
Mhm.
Immediately off
Yeah.
rip,
Yeah,
you
that's
hate hate goblins because of what they
yeah,
did.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a
So
lot of essay in the
Okay.
beginning of that.
Hey, Bo, explain why in Senses to be a hero, Tia Rita is a loli or a lolly.
I could not.
How does that get you invested?
Oh, that didn't get me.
Not
That
you,
didn't
not
get
you,
me
but you
best.
know what I'm saying?
But like it's the
Like
controversy behind it.
I think that gets a certain crowd invested.
I think it's a
Yeah.
fan service aspect because like
Exactly.
a lot of fan service, like they'll see
Yeah.
that and be like, okay, and then you got the controversial aspect of it, like, hey, that seems a little seems a little
She seems a little on the
morally
young side.
questionable. Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems a little morally weird, and then they get into it. But like it's the principle of
Yeah.
like if you're mad about it, you're invested in it too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. She
Yeah.
just want her head pats, man. That's all.
She want more than head pads, bro.
I'm gonna be
I
like
do
that.
I
It just
do
want her
kind of
head
want to
pats,
She
know.
man.
want more
I
than head pads, bro. She
I do
she
kind of want to know though. Are the goddesses were they pre-existing or were they created like
I
from nothing
We
or were they
don't know
I
yet.
people?
I
That's what
think
I'm saying.
yeah.
Like so like are they manufactured to be children or were they like eternal children that we're
Maybe they're
left
just little people and they just don't grow.
I think these they were already well. This is my theory. I think they were already pre-existing. I think they found them because you remember when we saw
She's
her,
in a casket.
she was in the casket. I think
Yeah.
I think that she was sleeping somewhere. She was sleeping somewhere and they found her casket. But
The question
you
would
remember
be
the
how
church did
long.
but you remember the church didn't accept her because they said that she's
she's
not a
too
legitimate goddess.
yeah
You
her
know,
her
but
power wasn't strong enough to be considered. So they're gonna sorry no spoilers they were
yeah,
gonna use her for research.
yeah. So I don't know, man. But I mean, but you made a good point, Bo. So that's why I asked that question. I'm like, with the investment part, maybe once again, like David says, it's not for us to understand. You give us a lowly MC or a lowly, side character that's prominent. That's what these some of these guys like. Um,
You see.
you
And
know,
that's
you
kind of the
but
thing. Like I know we've talked about the culture of anime,
yeah,
or you guys have. I'm sorry, I've been
yeah,
always in the comment section making fun of
yeah,
Rod. But like that's one of the things. Like the misconception of like the anime community is like because you have like the stereotypical anime nerd who lives in his
yeah.
mom's basement and he has a Hatsune Miku
Pillow
statuette in a jar
and
that's full of a weird fliid, and then you got the
and a
regular
body pillow.
and a
Yo,
body.
I was about to say that. He got the body pillow.
He's like that body pillow too. But
Yeah,
like you've got people like that. And that is the trope that all of us get stuck with, like us more normal people who
yeah,
are contributing members to society. We don't have friggin' somebody give me a fucking example of a megamine from Konosuba body pillow on our
yeah,
bed. Like we're
Hey,
just
that would be
regular
fire
people who
though.
enjoy the shows,
yeah.
but we've got this horrible image based on those people that are
Yeah. I
maybe not the best.
Bo,
The trope is coming down.
I've told people I like jobless reincarnation, like Mashoku Tensei, and I'm talking about like in like like Facebook, like comment threads and shit like that. and folks are like, "Oh my god, like
That's
you
crazy.
just you somebody like like look at his computer, like investigate his computer, like
Investigate this man.
like." And I'm just like, because I like Mushoku Tensei, like I don't understand like what that
Hey
implies.
man, I don't understand what's going on. Like, why is it so bad? Maybe
So,
I'm missing
so
something.
People
the
want to
the
jump to
issue
that.
the issue with jobless reincarnation is the fact that so like this dude was reincarnated with like his past knowledge and stuff like
He was
that.
an adult.
Right.
He's basically a 40-year-old man that gets reincarnated as a child.
Hmm.
Okay.
And then of course he lives his life through with all of his knowledge. Now the controversy is that he's a 40-some-year-old dude that's like trying to touch on and sleep with like
He, he's not
Is
older.
though.
that the
He's not
problem?
though. He's not though. He's reincarnate. If you okay, see,
Is that what they're arguing about?
Buddhists believe in
That's the
reincarnation. So you
controversy.
telling me in all my past lives, my ages and my all my past lives matter when you reincarnate?
He's not 40.
Yeah. So
But that's
He
the
that.
just has
controversy.
memories.
But
In
Bo,
his
yeah,
mind, in
yeah.
his mind, he's 40 years old, but he's I think at the height of the show he's like 16. He's married with one kid, and then he just gets a second wife too, which is another
Yeah.
controversy that people are on about.
But he didn't even initiate that.
No, he
That was
didn't.
her.
Like
And
that wasn't his suggestion.
she's like 80 years old too, and that's one of
I
those
mean,
things.
he he
Yeah,
She's
he
an
was kind of
8-year-old
loving her
fucking
though.
lolly.
yeah. But Bo, with that is like because Mashoku Tensei is actually coming back like soon, like in a couple, like in
It's
about
in July.
a
July, I
couple
Yes.
months,
cannot wait.
couple months.
Yeah.
So it's like this is actually relevant, but it's like I would say I don't understand. Okay, and, if you watch Mashoku Tensei, you know the backstory. He was a what'd you call him? Incel maybe
He was a shut in.
is a shut in. Yeah, he's a shut
Hmm.
in, and it like potentially his development as a person was halted in some ways, you know, because of his lifestyle.
He had this incident where he
Yeah.
just kind of gave up on a regular life and then went
Yes.
to the shut in life. Not to
Yeah.
spoil anything.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
I mean, but that's why I know that yes, his age was like 40, but being reincarnated as a child, I don't think that he had the developmental like experience of a normal human being. So all this stuff that he's experiencing now, getting married, having a kid, and all this stuff, he's actually catching up to what his actual age should have been before.
Yeah.
When he was
On,
in his original life, he's
Well,
catching
he
up.
even
He's
said,
catching
"I get
up
a
to an
chance to
adult
start over."
mentality. Yeah,
He
he's
like, "I get
catching.
a chance to start over." He like,
that's
"I'm gonna do
Yeah,
this life different." You know what I'm
that's the
saying?
investment bit that I've been
yeah,
talking about too.
yeah,
Like how many people out there are anime fans that really haven't done anything with their lives or maybe haven't lived a
yep.
traditional life where you're married, you bought a house, you have kids. Like how many people
Mhm.
watch these shows and are like, damn,
I
like
wish I could be
I would die
reincarnated.
for that.
Yeah.
I wish I could have that because it is his chance. Like when he like again, no spoilers, him and another character had finally did the deal. He was
Yeah.
so excited about it and he was so happy about it.
And
He's
then
like,
she left.
yeah. And then she left and he started to realize the gravity of like what that actually meant. Like it wasn't just something that
I
he
know that
saw
was
in his
fucked
It
up.
it
past
it
life.
it it would it would be literally like any one of us, and when if we're teenagers and we have our first experience, and then that girl leaves you high and dry.
Yes. And he real like because
Yeah.
like in his past life in his entire both of his lives, that act is just like
Hmm.
it's just to feel good and it's a
Yeah.
thing to watch on a computer screen.
Yeah.
And then he like realizes the gravity of what it is and like
Yep.
how
Yo, he
much
was
that
devastated.
he is invested in that person too. And he's like, fuck
Yeah, and the next two seasons is all him
him being
trying to,
depressed.
yeah, not just depressed, but him trying to get his groove back.
Listen to y'all all nerding out,
Yeah.
nigga. It's past our
Hey,
bedtimes,
first of all,
nigga. Shut the hell up.
bro,
It's 7
hey,
o'clock.
Broad's forehead is fake. That's a prosthetic.
You
Also,
damn
Broad
straight it is. Look, ain't no blemishes though.
That's funny. All right, man. Well, let's go and wrap it up, man. Let's go and wrap it up. But shit, I like we could talk all day about some Mushoku Tensei or some shit because
Yeah.
You
Let
know,
me ask
we
y'all, dog.
we men of culture, and we like to diversify our
Diversify our portfolio.
our portfolios.
What's the
You
You
know,
name?
know,
those people that you got coming to your
it
thing, our
it ain't just
portfolio.
about busted up teeth and broken noses and shit. You know, we like to actually
Yeah.
like, you know,
Crazy.
have emotional investments and things. You know, so you know, sorry,
Go to
Broad,
Eric.
sorry, Broad, my bad. You know,
That's
But I
we
just
crazy.
want to
I
let
love the
everybody know.
bonding though. I love the bonding. I love it.
And that
This
one
is
show,
beautiful.
bro, that show was about counseling, man. You can't
This is
use that as
beautiful.
your slice of life.
This is beautiful.
Bo, hey man, it's been a pleasure having you on, man.
Oh yeah,
Definitely
for
a
sure.
pleasure.
You
Thank you
good
guys.
with us, man. Whenever you want to come back, you know, you welcome, man. You welcome.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you guys have me. I'm glad you guys are getting some support, and I'm glad that you guys have made me a part of this.
Yes, sir.
All
Hey
right,
man,
well,
I'm so proud. Look at y'all.
Bro,
Take us away, Dave.
Broad, you did good this time, bro. You did good.
you
Proud of
did
you.
good this time.
I
Yeah.
told
No
you.
hot, no crazy hot takes.
Nah, look, Bo, the last guy didn't pan out, so you
Flaked
did
on us,
good.
dog. Flaked on us, man.
He flaked on us, and you know,
Hey, as long as my schedule works and we can work with it, I'm
yeah,
happy to be here. I love it.
yeah. All right, well,
All right, good shit,
go
man.
on
Good
wrap us
show,
up. Who
yo.
gonna wrap us up tonight?
We're gonna let go on, Dave. Go ahead.
All
Go,
right,
there
man.
goes smooth talking.
Yeah, that is yeah, I know, right? That is another show of the Anime Unk podcast. This was episode 14. Don't forget to click and subscribe somewhere at the bottom. I don't know if I'm pointing at it, but y'all know how to do it. And thank you, man, for listening to the show. We'll be back next week with another one.
See you
Don't
next
forget to
time.
wash your
Make sure
ass.
you, yeah,
Oh,
drink some water, watch some anime, and mind your
Oh,
business.
and if y'all have anything to promote, man, definitely before we
look at his head.
turn it
It's
off.
right there. You can't miss it. Don't
I
move,
know,
D.
I know.
It's been like that.
Don't move.
It's been like that the whole episode.
Don't move.
If you ain't seen it yet, then you ain't been
Go
paying
get your
attention.
book.
But
$12.99 on
You be
Amazon. 12.99 on Amazon. Go cop your edition today. All
all
right.
right, well,
All right, y'all.
I'm going to wrap